start streaming.
No more racist jokes, please.
Oh,
God. Yeah, so what's going on?
I don't know. We'll just let the peeps flow in for a little bit. We'll just hang out in this room and stare at each other.
You could do like some just rocking back and forth Diablo 2 style. Like you're in town. Can you pull up the Tristram music?
Yeah.
Yogurt flavored raisins. Jesus. So I'm looking for I don't see the stream yet on YouTube.
Should it be live? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People are starting to flow on down.
Dude, Nick, your abs are pretty damn good here.
Oh, my Doom guy abs?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I better retweet this.
I like to put your sunglasses off.
What in God's name happened to Bob's camera? Jesus Christ. This is going to be such a headache.
I can't, nothing's live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing live for me here.
There are people in
Okay,
there.
I'll try it from a different browser, but I mean, there's nothing showing up.
Are you sure you're not as unlisted, Nick? Because
No, it's public.
we'll go to youtube.com/the retro roundtable and you don't see us.
Yeah, I'm not there. I mean, that's where I'm trying to access it, and it's not there.
Alright, let me take a look here. Yeah, I see it there.
I don't.
23 watching. It's totally here. I will link to the stream
Yeah, link us to it
on
because
the Twitter.
Why don't I see it? That's so strange.
Yeah, same here.
Alright, let's see. Tweet. Here you go. Boom. Boom.
Did you post the direct link? Because you know how,
Yeah, I
alright.
put the direct link.
Say, what does HCF stand for, Zach? It says it on the back of your vest.
I don't know. I didn't make the vest. I just wear it.
Oh, it's a P. I think it's HCP.
Okay, now it says you're live. Okay, here we are. Hold on a second. See, I'm trying to get everything coordinated here for our friends.
Okay, we're good. Now we can do cool things.
All right, so let me just mute the thing here. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Man,
is everyone else...
Nick's ping is like so high.
Yeah, Nick, what's going on? Is it because he's broadcasting? I knew Bob should have broadcasted. I told you.
Whatever,
Yeah.
man. You guys just suck if you need low ping to kill bad guys. That's your problem.
I like how you spelled Rico. That's really sweet, by the way.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, guys, let's go. Let me just we're going to do it live. Hello, everyone. Let me get in position here. All right.
I already hit normal.
So for those just joining, we will be playing Sven co-op tonight, and Bob will be monitoring the chat and interacting with you lovely people.
Yeah, I tried to play this before. It's not my thing, so sorry.
That's cool. I mean, we were supposed to have Renee on here, which would have balanced out the screen a little better, and then Bob could have been in the middle like a Brady Bunch. Like he was Mike, I guess.
I suggested he should have green screened and set up the alpha channel so he looks like Zordon.
Oh, just like a floating head.
Yeah.
All right.
So Nick, is this the big surprise that you had for everybody?
Yeah, this has never been done before. A multiplayer co-op stream. We got 3 different streams, all on one video. It's gonna be awesome.
So let me preface this a little bit. Sven Co-op was a free modification for Half-Life. It's the oldest Half-Life mod in existence. I have developed and played for this mod for the past 20 years. RECO, R-E-C-O, stands for Resident Evil Covert Operations. And it's basically a retelling and retooling with a lot of liberties taken from the first Resident Evil game, condensed into one fun puzzle-esque map.
Sweet.
So we gotta go get that knife, don't we?
So we're in the mansion.
So Bob,
Don't-
keep an eye on the chat and see if people think like our audios end up being too loud, because I have no idea how loud things are relative to each other.
Now, Nick,
Yeah.
I'll warn you to conserve your ammo.
Okay.
And this is Resident Evil, so remember, ammo isn't exactly,
Is that a premium here? Did you guys get knives from somewhere?
Yeah,
You have
we'll
to
get
go
it
in
on
that
the.
corner. That corner.
Which corner? Up here? Second
That's
floor?
why we went over here.
Oh, okay. Well, geez, I mean, you guys like pre-played the whole level so that you'd look like you guys knew what you were doing ahead of time.
Just up to the knife.
All right. Right on, man.
So this is exciting.
Yeah, Bob. What's going on in the chat?
Mostly just people making fun of you.
Yeah, that's cool.
What am I drinking tonight? Well, I was in Connecticut with family and saw that Bush had a 30-pack for $12 or something like that. So, yeah, there you go, cheap beer. Just cause, why not?
Don't block.
The secret, if you get really shitty stuff like this, if you get a high alcohol content booze with not much taste to it, like vodka or moonshine or something, put like a tablespoonful into this, like crack it, take a sip, and kind of like stir carefully, and it not only does it make it taste bearable, but then you get drunker.
Damn. I think the medicine room is right there by the lamp, boys.
So, Bob,
What?
since you're not playing, I think you have to do like the usual round table stuff where you tell people what you've been working on.
Do I have to forget to ask me then?
Yeah, you have to forget that you're part of the round table.
I just want to make this clear. Electron Ass says, needs a bit of game sound. Is that possible? Well, Electron, I tried. I levied for that.
What the hell is this?
So, what has everybody been up to? Why don't we start with you, Zach, besides announcing products that aren't for sale again?
I mean, I'm not interested in doing that, Bob. I just want to play the game and have fun, okay? Oh, I found it. I found the medicine. Okay, so now we got to go back down to there. We got to give her the antitoxin to the guy. Okay.
Yeah, we
go.
haven't. We have not streamed in like 2 months, man.
I know, it's been the best 2 months of my life.
Yeah, I finally know what happiness is.
Well,
Yeah, I definitely could appreciate the break. I was.
It wasn't
kinda
really.
curious.
We were trying to stream for those whole 2 months. It just everyone's schedules just kept falling apart, and today
Okay.
was no exception.
so we got the diamond key. We go upstairs or downstairs?
Yeah, Renee got called into work at the last minute. What a loser.
Last night.
I think we got to go back.
Durio wants to know, why is Nick not the character with the mustache? This is not accurate at all.
Ooh.
What are you talking about? I had this exact same six-pack that the Doom guy has in real life.
Uh-huh. Electron Ash wants to know if I've seen the latest thing that he's going to talk about but never finished. No, sorry, Ash, I did not see that one yet. Something interesting?
Are we going downstairs? Is that what we're doing?
I think we need to go. Let's see.
Oh my god.
I think we need to go. Yeah, we need to go down. Yep. Yep, we need to go downstairs.
Like the basement downstairs?
Like, you know, where the stairwell is where you go through the door before the medicine where the medicine room was.
Okay.
Yeah, Nick's there.
What frame rate is this running at?
And
2.
It seems like, I don't know, it's making me dizzy. I'm just gonna concentrate on the chat and not pay attention to the actual video.
Bob, for someone that uses so many illicit drugs, how can this bother you?
I don't know, but if this doesn't get any more fun, I'm gonna go do some illicit drugs on stream right now in front of everybody.
Yeah, you should totally do that.
Could teach everybody how to do an ice bong hit.
Yeah, Bob, that's a great thing to look forward to. Okay, so here we are. We're okay. I think I found the door. Okay, boys, be very careful. I'm out of ammo,
I'm out of ammo too.
but I found a shotgun. I'll be very. Listen, we've got. Listen to me. Listen to me, goddammit. Stop moving. Turn around. Everyone, look at me. We've got to be sparing with the ammo. We're not going to get out of this unless we really conserve our shots. God, Mom. Hold on a second. Hello. Sent me a message. I didn't get one. I haven't checked my phone.
You think I should just start calling Zach from an unlisted number over and over just to do that during the entire thing?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna
You're gonna
like
get
5 minutes from now.
Just buy a burner phone. Or get a Google Voice number.
What is this? Is this armor?
Yeah. I think that's the GoldenEye body armor.
Oh, I got a lockpick.
Oh, cool. Now we can go to other places.
There was right by the stairs. There was a door that required a lockpick.
AWS Exinfra says Bob smashed some Kita. I actually don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a type of pot because that's what I was just talking about, but
Type of what?
marijuana.
Oh, pot. I thought you said
Pot,
pop.
yeah. No.
What are you, from the Midwest?
Oh
What are you doing in here?
no. If I pick up the lockpick, does that mean everybody has it?
That's a great question.
Oh, is Zach like still on the phone?
Mobius wants to know if I put MK2 Plus beta in my MK2 board. I don't have an MK2 board yet. I was keeping my eyes open for one, and they're all just ridiculously expensive. And I do have a UMK3 board. Let's see if I can. Probably not going to be able to see it too well, but the main chip right here. I'm trying my best. It's kind of awkward. I believe it was you, Mobius, who said that you had a UMK3 board and you reflowed that chip, and that fixed it. But when I did it, it didn't do anything. It didn't make it worse, luckily, and it didn't fix it. I'm still getting weird horizontal lines across the screen. So I'm not really sure. I tried reflowing some of the RAM chips and random other things, and then I looked at it under like a magnifying glass and stuff to make sure. Of course, I made one mistake, so I fixed it. But it seems like I did a good enough job, and it's still doing it, which means I should have Cruz take a look because he'll probably spend 5 minutes with it and fix all the stuff that I missed. But yeah, unfortunately. But I wish
Thing said we
anybody
need a wedge for maintenance. Sorry, Bob.
You know what? Oh, okay. Doug Gulich asked how I liked the 8x2 G-Comp switch. I've been so swamped. For the first month I had it, the only thing I did was take it out and take a picture of it. That's the one I posted on Twitter. And then the very few testing I've done with it, it performed, I mean, just exactly like the other one, which is a compliment because the other one was freaking perfect. So, yeah, that's I really like those a lot. I think anybody that understands what they're buying knows that you get what you pay for, right? So you could find cheap switches out there that are fine, but having an auto 8x2 where you don't have to worry about drawing too much current or anything. It's perfect. I love it.
What do you think the main use case is for the 2?
Streamers, definitely. Or not just streamers. It's becoming way more common that people have like a CRT setup and an OSSC or something. So that it's basically people that any kind of dual setup like that. So
Okay, so you have the 2 outputs. One goes to an OSSC maybe, and then into your cap card, and then the other one goes to your CRT so that you can play it without the. That's cool.
Yep. Funny, when I posted that on Twitter, most of the responses were from idiots that went full component, bragging about use of those HD Retrovision cables.
Okay, fellas, sorry about that. That was kind of an emergency.
Is everything
All
okay?
right.
I mean, because we're trapped in a mansion, and that seems like an emergency.
I didn't hear you, but no, there was a bit of a family. No joke. There was actually, for once, a legitimate family emergency, so I had to take that call. Okay, so where are we right now in the map? What have we done?
So we got to go to the main hallway, and there's these double doors I went through, and there's some bad guys.
Okay.
I know where to go.
So a couple of questions in the chat.
It's me, Nick.
Troway said that he got an AES 3.5 and wants to do the same RGB bypass to the DAC like I did and I showed. And he wants to know, should he change the resistor values from the 150 ohm listed in my 3.6 tutorial? I think those are still going to be correct because it's the same basic DAC on those. But do you need to put 220 microfarad capacitors in the SCART head? I didn't think so, right, Steve?
Are they already present?
I think the logic behind that was that DAC output is from an LS series chip, and it can't
source.
It syncs current asymmetrically to what its source is.
That's right.
So you don't want it. You don't want to put caps because then it's going to keep alternating between sourcing and syncing current.
That's what I thought. So if you go direct to the DAC on a Neo Geo, don't put the caps in the SCART head.
Yeah, don't try to not use caps.
Where the hell are you guys? I came back to the main hall.
So there's the double doors on the first floor.
On the right? Okay.
And then there's like another.
All right. Let's get going.
Crimson 7085 said he's the guy on Twitter light brighting his Atari. Kind of looks like it's working. I guess it was sort of kind of working for mine too. I said it today. I didn't mean any disrespect by this, but I got the impression that the people in the video were kind of saying like people were going to get drastic results on day one. And I spoke to the guy, and it's just, most cases you're probably not going to get drastic results on day one.
What is light brighting?
Clean your console, then leave it out in the sun and let the sun brighten it without any kind of catalyst.
Okay, so no chemicals.
Right.
The problem is, so there's a couple of different scientifically predicated schools of thought, okay? And so from my own personal experience, I got to be very careful. Steve, to your right. Okay, now be careful.
From your experience, be careful.
I don't know what this guy's doing here, but oh, look, there's a disc over there.
He's got a lot of health.
Or an ID or something. I got it.
Oh, this.
You found a CD labeled Experiment 2. Now we got to get in that vent.
Which vent? Oh, over there?
Yeah. So anyways, okay, schools of thought, right? So
no.
with retro brighting, the yellowing from BFMs are BFRs, bromine flame retardants. No, just don't even get me going. Okay, we received a wedding ring. Bromine flame retardants. So, in my experience, without using any sort of catalyst, I have put plastics bareback in the sun, in direct sunlight, that were don't shoot this thing or it will attack you. If you don't shoot it, it won't attack you. But I put plastics in the sun with nothing. God, Nick, come on. And plastics that were pseudo yellow literally turned turd brown hours later. And so I
Turd brown.
yeah, turd brown hours later. And so I don't think that the advice in that video is good blanketed advice across the board. Okay. I don't think that's wise to do. And I strongly advocate not just putting your systems out there in direct sunlight. You're talking about a variety of different plastic chemistries. You're talking about a variety of different problems that might not even necessarily be yellowing. That is a derivative of quote unquote UV degradation. It could be something else. I didn't mind the process the process advocated. I didn't like just the way it was phrased in that video.
Yeah, I mean the guy enjoyed his his snarky sense of humor and his weird jokes, so that kind of took away from some of it for me. I'm not trying to insult it. It's just some I just didn't really get where it was going sometimes. The questions I have though, so obviously if I wanted to do this light bright or retro bright, I would take off only the top. I would probably want to remove the red flap and all the red plastic. And then would I want to remove the family computer sticker that's on here?
Not really.
So if I were going to retro bright, what would happen if I got the solution over that? Would that lighten or would that just stay the same?
So what I like to do, Bob, is I'll take some blue masking tape and I'll mask over the logo. But sometimes the logo is just going to get fucked either way. But it's hard for me to play this and pay attention to you. It's hard for me to pay attention to you as it is. But okay, I've got the security clearance key card, guys.
I don't know where I am. I'm in some room that can't open.
Power's restored. Okay, so we got to go downstairs. I've got the key card.
Someone let me out of this goddamn room.
So the only other thing I'm wondering about both light bright and retro bright is up here it's still perfectly white. Well, not perfect, but really good, and then the rest of it, it's yellowed. So what happens when you do either one of those in the sun for a while? Does it all eventually get even because you're really just bringing it back to the original color?
We've got the flare.
Lighten unevenly.
Okay, I've restored power to the lab. Bob, I don't know. What I was going to say was, I hope that guy didn't think I was trying to attack him. I watched some of his content, and it's pretty good. I mean, it really is. Oh, look, it's a piece of it's the shield. We know where that goes, Nick. I hope he didn't think I was trying to attack him or anything like that. I just, his content is really good, and his videos are good, but, I like, George Soros a lot. I can't do all this and talk at the same time. I'm trying to concentrate.
Not gonna lie, Zach. This is not a good representation of Sven Co-op.
Okay, so should we just do the Escape series?
I'm cool with switching.
We're not like healing each other. We're not like holding doors open for other people.
Okay.
I don't
see
know.
what you're saying.
What do you think, Nick?
I think we should do the Escape series because it was at least cooperative.
Yeah.
What about the chopper mission?
It's just too much for 3 people. That's like a 10-player map.
Okay.
Escape series we can do. Can somebody? Oh my God! Of course you guys aren't in here to help me. Jesus.
I think I think overall for me, for something like this Famicom that's got a ton of stickers on it, I think it's best to just do actually, Zach, like you did with some isopropyl on a towel, wipe it down just to make sure there's no dirt or grime in there, and then just keep leaving it in the sun for days and days and just see. Because unlike something like a Super Nintendo or a PlayStation, where you could take it off or take it apart and it's all just plastic, there's no stickers on that. That I think I'd be more comfortable retro brighting, and something with a bunch of stickers. I'll try to light bright it. And by the way, I love that everybody's calling it light brighting now. I didn't realize that until just now. That's fucking funny.
You're right, Steve. You're right. We're going to go to the Escape series because at least it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, like all Resident Evil games, that was pretty boring.
Okay, well, it's really fun when when you don't have to stream it. So, okay, guys. So, okay, here's what you got.
No offense to
Here's what
people
you
that
got.
like boring video games.
So
Alright.
this is a series of maps where it's all about cooperative play. You have to work together. So it's called the Escape series.
So
I
is
just
someone going to
boosted,
rescue me?
Yeah, I just boosted Zachary up.
Okay, I'm moving through the vents. I'm going through the shafts.
What's taking so long? Is it a really long shaft?
It's,
Sorry.
it's an extremely long shaft.
Okay, I made it through.
Rikarudo said, "Hi there, guys. Do you know a good console modder in Texas?"
Badass console.
Is Badass Console still taking? Yeah, Nick, we both fucking said it.
Has anyone
Just
spoken
don't
to him?
send them your console.
Yeah, don't send him your console and don't. Don't.
We
send
gotta
him your
move
console.
this box.
Yeah, so we got to move the box. See, because we got to get to this van. Has anyone talked to him? Is he still alive?
I haven't heard from him since November. I hope he's okay.
I hope he's doing all right. I mean, he treats everyone really well, and I hope he's doing well. Oh, okay, so let's get up here. We're on the box. Let's jump up. Get up there. Get up there, Nick. You got to go through there, and you got to get us out of here. Or do we all have to go through there?
I'm already going through.
Yeah,
All right, we're all going through. All right.
A bunch of people are commenting that the shaft is clearly too long for Voultar.
Well, I mean, that's what happens. Console. There was a guy in Texas that was pretty decent. I can't think of his name.
FBX does mods, although I'm pretty sure he's absolutely swamped with projects.
Is he in Texas?
Yeah, I believe around the Dallas area, which there's millions of people there, so no, I'm not doxing anybody.
Oh god.
Oh, Nick got owned. It's so good.
Oh god.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump. Oh shit!
Way to go, guys.
Well, you know what? You're just shut up. Just shut the hell up.
Yeah.
So do we still have to? Can we just walk? Okay, we can walk through here now. All right, so we've got to get over there. and We've got to hit the switch. Oh my God, he did it!
Do
right,
I have to hit
so-
the switch at the same time as
Yep.
you?
3, 2, 1, engage.
Oh god. I'm dead.
Now, now remember, don't jump through the beams, Nick. Whatever you do,
How are you
there's a
supposed
there's a.
Oh, there's the one
If you
more.
look to the side, there is a module that we can shoot out. Damn it! You're gonna kick me off this thing. I need to get over here.
Doug Gulich was talking about that guy's RetroTink 2X video. So something that it's kind of important to me
About
is
have
that
it.
I very often run into people that are incredibly smart, way smarter than me, and English just
Got
isn't
it.
their first language. And the problem isn't with people who don't speak English well. The problem is with people who think they speak English perfect, but don't speak it well at all. I've had many conversations that started with somebody telling me, "Hey, my English sucks, please bear with me," and it always goes well. It's only the opposite. So I don't know if that guy is just not a native English speaker and just worded things badly, because it's so easy to screw up. Like, that's shit. That's the shit. It's a one-word difference, but it's I don't know if that's what that was. But if you're gonna ask for help publicly, language or not, like, have some goddamn common sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Have some goddamn common sense.
Are we like uncooperatively trying to go up this thing or what?
You're not
Yeah,
supposed to go up the thing. You're supposed to go in this vent.
Oh, you're supposed to go in the bottom?
Oh yeah,
there's
there's
a
a
vent
vent
up
up
here.
there. Oh yeah.
So that's why I'm ducking.
What? Oh, that vent. Okay, thank you. Let me here. I'll get up there. I don't trust Nick. Believe me, like he did last time. Okay, Nick, get up there. I'm stuck. I can't move. All right.
This is
Go ahead.
like a
Go ahead.
Bunch of
All right,
clowns.
Who is going to crouch? God damn it. All right, here we go.
We
I'm
have
going.
to jump. I have to jump up too, don't I?
I don't know what you have to do. I don't follow you. I don't follow your
yeah.
rules.
So, Dark Aries, with regards to the retro tank, when will the chaining of video equipment just end? Yeah, when you have one device that does everything exactly the way we want it. So, I feel your pain, but at the same time, don't forget what it was like just a few years ago, where the only solution out there was the Lame Meister, which is great for streaming, but that's about it. And it's not.
Don't take shit for granted, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So, um,
Did someone say the HDMIzer?
I'm
Or
sorry.
no, you
Wait,
said
that's,
Lame
a,
Meister.
that's a trademark violation.
Yeah, I forgot.
All these
Where do we go
amazing
in these
HDMI
stupid
certified
vents?
products out there.
Okay, so we're going to get out there and we're going to do it. We're going to do it to it.
Where
Let's be
did you go?
champions. I don't know.
Did you guys die? You need to get back up.
Yeah, I need to get up there. I took a wrong turn. I got smashed. So we're going through the vents. We're going to try to figure this out the best that we can.
Okay, so
Okay, Nick, I'm behind you. I'm behind
this is
you.
blocked.
Yeah, that killed me. So we've got to go back. Got to go to left. Nope, that's where Steve is. Let's go this way.
Isn't this the fall or no?
I wouldn't go that. Go turn around. Turn around. Go to the right. Yeah, go through there. Go through there.
So a few people are talking about those replacement PSUs, and I'm so leery of all of those. And on top of that, I believe even the Pico PSUs have different builds to them. So I remember Renee was trying to help me out with that when I was buying some, and I think he pointed to one that he said just based on the pictures looked good. There was another cheaper one out there that I got, which I temporarily glued into something just to test.
Okay.
And then I just uninstalled all of it because a buddy of mine had one of these things start to smoke. So I don't know. Designing something for a Pico PSU is I don't know if that's the best idea, because even if you find one, actually Zach ran into this with the soldering irons. Even if you find one that you know is good, and you're guaranteed that the link that you sent, that you post is good to it,
Up here, fellas.
people might just hear the name of it, go buy it, and now they have a crappy Pico PSU running in it. So
We got to get up here. Yeah. I mean, that's a very good point. I can't, you can't guarantee things will always be consistent, even especially like a year down the frickin' road.
yeah,
That's why we, when we searched for power supplies, we
Well,
made sure to get the UL listed one,
mhm,
because if
someone's gotta
they change something, they got to retest it.
yeah.
So that's a good filter for having stuff
it.
not change, because we were recommending like some other generic Genesis 2 adapter, and
Go
then
back
like
now.
somebody
Yeah, the guts
sent
changed
us-
on it.
yeah, the guts completely changed in it.
You know,
Yeah.
it's been a while since we've streamed, but one of the things that we wanted to talk about was there was a bunch of people that were talking about the Kesker T12 and how some of them could potentially be dangerous. And that's something where I don't ever take that stuff lightly, because you don't want to recommend something to people that could do harm. Even though I might not legally be responsible, I'd still feel like shit. I even feel really bad when I recommend something and find out that I was wrong, even if it's only for something that doesn't even matter. So I looked into it a little bit, and I actually asked, I forgot what they're called. Is it Master Electrician? Is it like Master Tech for mechanics, but electricians? Whatever it is, really, really high-end electrician about all these things. And because I believe the concern was...
Did he call outlets holes?
Yeah, he's no master unless he does that. Okay?
No. But
I mean, the holes.
I guess the main concern was that it could
Need a boost.
If the mains in your house are wrong, this could cause an issue if you leave it plugged in all the time. And when I told him that, he kind of he was a little shocked to hear that, and he said, "Well, first of all, in the U.S., if your house is up to code, that will never ever be an issue." And it's even even slumlords make sure that shit's good, just because the risk to reward is not worth it for most people.
Well,
But there is one very important tip that he gave me. He said what he does see all the time is the Federal Electric breakers will fail, and things like like if you have something that might not be perfectly built that could affect it. He said that is a much bigger issue than any device at all that you could possibly be using. So what he said was, make sure you don't have Federal Electric breakers. And if you do, get them swapped out, because he said all the time you hear of house fires and stuff from that.
The breaker doesn't trigger? Is that what you mean by faulty?
Right. And apparently the company went out of business and they're still settling lawsuits for houses being burnt down with that shit. So as long as, he said as long as that's safe, you're fine. It still does bring up questions of things like, we have a lot of people that watch this that are in the military that, travel all over the planet, and who knows what power they're forced to use.
Oh, I remember this. We've got to hold on a second, Bob.
Yep.
Who wants to control? Okay, who wants to look at the cameras and who wants to control the controls?
I'll control the controls.
I'll go through, but I want to hear the end of this anecdote from Bob.
Yeah, so go ahead, Bob. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it is just something. As always, I wish the people in the forum weren't acting like forum people, but it is a good thing to keep in mind because. If you're stationed in the middle of nowhere and you grab this soldering gun that was recommended that's been working, I mean, I still love it. It still brings my skill level up way past what it should be, just because I was using those crappy irons for years. But that's one of those things where it's good to know, But as long as you're not doing something like stringing a couple car batteries together to get yourself power for the night, you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
What it really comes down to is how to say this simply.
Oh boy.
You open the door
Earth mains ground, earth ground in your home in the United States is not a current carrying conductor. I'll say that again. Earth ground is not a current carrying conductor. It's just a safety return in the event that it needs to be. If your house is using it as well, I don't know.
Dude, how do we open this stupid door?
It's over here. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were doing that. So you come over here and you've got to get into the control room,
yeah,
right?
That's, how do we get into the control room is my question. The control room's over here.
Okay, so what we have to do is we got to go through here, and then we go back. You see this vent? Jesus.
What vent? This
Oh,
thing? Maintenance
God.
area?
I'll do it myself.
Fine.
Okay, I'm in. Here we go. You should be able to open it now. Okay, maybe we can't. Okay, so here we go. Who wants? Okay, I've got the controls. Steve, go collect Nick.
Oh, we gotta go down here. You can't.
Well,
You need to get
Nick
that
could
door
go
open. All right, I'm coming in. Come on, get out of here.
So
Okay.
Okay, just to explain to the chat, what's got to happen, guys, is okay. There's a series of obstacles that are controlled by these buttons on my camera, and one of these two champions here are going to have to traverse the obstacles as I control and manipulate the platforms that move and the walls that come up and down, so that they can get through. It's really funny.
I'm ready.
Okay, are you ready? So here we
Yeah.
go. I'm going to hit a bunch of buttons.
Wasn't fast enough. Oh God.
Okay, I can't
Okay.
see you, so I don't know what's happening. I don't know what these buttons do, so you're going to have to tell me. Like, I'm going to start pushing a button, and you're going to tell me if it's a button that's useful for you right now.
I know one of them is gonna totally kill you though.
Oh yeah, one of them looked like it was gonna kill me.
Okay, I just pushed it like 3 times. Is this a button that you need to help you move forward?
Not right now.
Okay, I'll remember that one. What about this button? This is the center button.
I don't see it do anything.
Okay, I'm going to move to the third button.
Yes.
Okay, so I pushed it. Do you need me to push it again?
Yes.
Okay, I'm pushing it now.
Can you push that one and then the first one?
Okay,
at
so
the
I'm going to do it in a series. Okay, 3 and 1.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There's that one, and then there's that one.
Oh.
Oh.
That one was too late.
Okay, so
I got this. I got the crowbar equipped, which means. All right, I need the door open. So I guess it was the middle one.
okay, so you want the last one? Okay, so we'll figure out the sequence. So I'm going to do it like this. Tell me if this is what you need. Watch. Okay, I'll do it again.
I think the one that was at the end needs to come closer. The first one was right.
So are you saying there needs to be less interval between them, like they need to be pressed almost simultaneously, or?
Hit that middle button again.
Okay. I thought this just opened the center flap. Does it open the flap?
All right.
Yes. Yeah, the middle button opens the flap.
Okay, so this is the button combination you want. I'm going to do it. You tell me if this is right or wrong.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
It's not bringing him.
Can you hit them in reverse order?
Okay, well, that's 1 and 3. Okay, so 1,
Yeah.
3. Should happen right now.
Nice. Yeah, that was it.
Paul Ramos said he saw at a swap meet a device that uses your outlet's ground as an HDTV antenna by having an RG59 connector on one end and 2 plastic tabs and a metal ground on the other.
It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Okay, so what's next? I'm going to start pressing buttons. You tell me what's useful.
Did he make sure to use the crystals?
You know, it's funny you say that, Steve, but I knew of a place that was selling
What
when
did you just
analog
press
cable
right
boxes
now?
were still out. They were selling
Listen, we can't do
black
this and Bob
boxes.
talk at the same time right now.
They were
All right.
selling what?
This is so boring. I'll be back.
Wait, what were they selling?
Okay, whatever button you just pressed, like, sunk that middle platform and is responsible for killing Steve. So,
Okay, so that's. I'm going to press that button again to make sure that's what it is.
Okay.
I just pressed it. Is that doing it?
No.
Yes. It just takes a
Oh.
while.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's button 5. Okay, so I won't press that button again.
No.
Are you still there, Nick? I'm going to press this
Yeah.
button. Is this a button you need?
That is, I think, the button that opens the gate at the end of this whole mess. So I think you're
Okay,
going to
so
need
I'll-
to do the 1-3 thing again.
Okay, so here we go. Tell me what this does.
Oh.
That's a tough, man. That's real tough.
Do you need me to
Yeah.
do it again?
Yeah, do it again.
Okay, I did it.
Damn it, there's no way to hit that other one faster, huh?
I can hit it super
I mean,
fast. Am I not
guess
hitting
we
it
can
fast
do the-
enough?
What do you need faster?
Well,
You need the gap between them to be shorter? Because, like, I can go hit buttons with Zach.
yeah, if you could.
Okay, so I'm going to open the flap.
I'm in already.
Okay, so Nick, you'll hit button 3 and I'll hit button 1.
No, one has to go first.
Okay, so I'll do 1 and then like 20 milliseconds later you do 3. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom.
The first time you did it, it seemed like it was better.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a longer delay, actually.
Okay,
'Cause
okay.
the farther platform didn't move fast enough for him to get off.
Okay.
Are you in there?
No, I need the middle open. Okay. Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, so I'm going to do it now. Are we sure it's 1 and 3 and not 3 and 1? Should it be 3 first, then 1?
No, it's 1 then 3, because 1 has a huge delay on it.
Okay, so
Okay.
here's 1. I'm doing 1 right now. Be ready, Nick.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think Nick's right. You just need. That was it. Yep, that was good.
Okay, okay. I don't know what the
now-
other buttons do.
So now don't do 5, because 5 will kill Steve. 6 opens the door, so we gotta see what 4 does.
Okay, 4 moves a platform forward. I think it's close enough for me to make the
Well,
jump.
well,
I
What
can
about
try.
this? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
What
let's
about
see if
this?
6.
Does it do anything for you?
Does 6 move that any closer? The other one?
No. Oh, wait. Something just happened.
Yeah, it was the. Okay, so it's. We gotta go.
I think it has the same delay. Same
Yeah, so
kind
we
of
gotta
delay.
do 6 and then 4. So I'll hit this
Okay.
and then give it some time, and then you hit 4. Ready?
Got it.
Okay.
Maybe that was too much.
Yes. That's good. Oh! But that was it. That was perfect timing. Perfect
Okay.
timing.
Okay, I got it. I got it right
I
here.
just I think I jumped a little too early.
Hold on. I've got to turn on 240p. Hold on just a second. Okay, I can see now. Open the gate for him. All right. All right.
Oh man, this is tough.
All right. So tell me when you're in.
I'm in.
Okay, so here we go. 1 and 3. Ready? There's 1. Go ahead, Nick.
I made it that one.
Okay, Nick, go ahead.
Wait.
I'm watching Steve's camera to know when. All right. I'm gonna hit it. Now you. Oh,
barely
nice. Okay.
Okay,
now
so what's left?
Um,
Is it the piss flaps? Is that next?
there's another set of things. Okay. I don't know. Just hit a button.
Don't hit the center one.
Well, he's
Okay,
not on the platform that will kill him, I don't think.
I'm not at any platform. Like I'm in the middle.
All right. So hold on. We're gonna test one at a time here. Here's 3.
That. I think we need that later. So
Okay, here's
that's
1. Oh, shit.
Oh, that was 2.
There's 2. Oh,
2 is fine. He's not on the sinking platform anymore.
there's 1.
Okay, 1 definitely is helpful. We need to find another one.
Try
There's
1 and 6.
Nope.
I used to have this memorized. 1 and 3? Or 1 and 4?
So yeah, that was it.
1 and 4? Okay, so
Yeah.
it's 4 and 1. I think I did. Is it this order?
Yes.
No, it's wrong order. That's the wrong order.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, he's there, Nick. I mean, wouldn't he know?
I'm watching his screen, man.
Oh, God. Nick, Steve, start paying attention to your own screen. So it should be 1 and 4.
Screen looking.
Let's try it again.
Okay, so we'll do 1 and 4. 1, 4.
Yeah, that seems perfect.
Okay, so I'll do it again. I'll replicate that. Ready? 1 and 4.
Okay, I made it, and now here, let me go to a safe area. What was 6?
I think 6 is the door. The door on the in the end, maybe.
Try it.
I could be wrong. I think that might be 3.
Okay, what was the one that you just pressed?
I just hit 3.
3.
Oh god, that looks like a really hard jump. Shit.
Is there anything we can do to make it easier on you, like a nice SSRI or something like that?
I did a 2.
Try other buttons.
Okay, I'm going to do 1 and 3. Again.
No, we don't need to
yeah,
test 3. We know what 3 does.
Can you hit 1 again?
Yep, here's 1.
Yeah, can you hit 1 and 3 after each other?
Yes. Okay, so I'll do 1, Nick, you do 3. There's 1.
I'm not really sure what happened, but I just heard screaming, and I stuck my head outside and saw a mob of people running away. So
It's the
that's
Avengers movie. You live in New York, right?
I made it.
Yeah,
Yes!
nice. All right, Bob, you can talk
Murdoch
again. We solved
donated
the puzzle.
$5 for beer money.
Way to go. Thank
I
you very
wanted.
much.
Steve, you were potentially called out.
For
The caps in Neo Geo. Do you because you told Firebrand X to use caps and you told me not to, so I guess he found the message where you said, I'll just read it because I probably won't be able to understand what it is anyway. Anyway, I just realized a mistake in my thinking. The reason the asymmetry exists when using LS logic gates is that they can't source nearly as much current as they can sink. What I said was true for a single LS gate driving a video line. If it's DC coupled, no cap, it would only be sourcing current, therefore no asymmetry and better linearity. If it's AC coupled with a series cap, then it would be switching between syncing and sourcing, causing the asymmetry.
Yep.
However, the Neo Geo DAC output is a bunch of LS gates connected to each other, so they're already sourcing and syncing into themselves. So using or not using a series cap would be negligible to performance. It's safer to use a cap, so I would still leave it in.
Oh, God, it's so good.
so those are my own words.
Those are your words, apparently. Either that or Firebrand X is playing the greatest joke on you right now.
No, can you? I don't even remember my own words. God damn it. What I said something about. Can you read the last part again?
Yeah, hold on, I'll bring it up again.
Oh, I made it.
That definitely did sound like something I wrote.
I mean, I hope it's a practical joke because it'd be hilarious, but that is exactly the way you write an email. So
yeah, it is. It sounds.
Did that barrel sink? Is that what happened? I think that barrel sinks.
I think there is a set of them that won't screw up.
Yeah, there are, but we've got to get into this window.
Yeah, I know the first two that you have to land on.
Oh my god!
What was the last part of that again, Bob?
However, the Neo Geo DAC output is a bunch of LS gates connected to each other, so they're already sourcing and syncing into themselves.
Oh, they're syncing into each other.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Bob.
That's right.
So using or not using
it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that
there is still some asymmetry, but it's not that big of a deal.
All right, so exactly. So if you don't have it in, it's totally fine, and if you decided to put one in, it's also fine. It might be a little bit safer, but nah. It's not like caps in a SNES SCART hood or something like that.
I can't believe I just contradicted my own stuff.
Oh, Steve, that's it. Kill yourself.
But yeah, like the version that I sent to Firebrand X while I'm not playing a video game is probably more accurate.
Okay, so we're here. So we got to get on top.
So yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think so.
Forgot that they sync into each other.
Oh, shit. How do we get up there? All right, get more to the corner. Here, see if you can crouch jump on top of me. No, here where I am. See, it's a slope, right? So it's a shorter jumping distance. All right, I'm going to jump, and I'm going to try to help you up there. Can you get up?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think you want to go up there anyway.
Damn, I can't remember.
Right to me.
Is there... Oh, there's a button up there. Can we shoot the button?
You could go up there.
Hell.
There's a ladder.
Where do you see the ladder? I don't see a ladder. Oh, there is a ladder. Okay, someone's going to have to. Yeah, someone's going to have to hit the button. I think we've already. Yeah, all the bad barrels have been gone. Okay, yeah. So hit the button. Here. Oh, he made it.
Oh,
crap.
We've
got a pipe wrench. Okay, we've got it. We can move forward.
Lionheart has a question for Nick and Steve. How would their HDMizer be better than the RetroTink 2X or the OSSC? What will it do differently? Well, it will be HDMI certified, which means absolutely fucking nothing whatsoever.
I really wish you would stop saying that.
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree.
I really wish you would stop saying that because that's so silly. I mean, that is really silly.
It means that we're not going to get sued by HDMI at some point and then have all of our assets confiscated.
Well, okay, the more practical thing related to that is we will have to go through their compliance testing. So
it'll actually work.
So it'll be certified to.
Upstairs.
It'll go through all their test procedures. So it'll have less like compatibility problems.
Yeah, I'm busting balls just to really. I do it to bust these balls, but I like how mad Zach gets. But the truth is, anything that's certified like that is it's better guaranteed for compatibility and all that stuff.
That's not the real like. Like there's more stuff.
There's a lot more. I'm oversimplifying. I just really like lighting these guys up sometimes.
Get up here. Get up here, guys. We just need one of them. We just need one of you. God.
Here, Nick, you go. Because I never got up there. Other things are, I don't know. We're still evaluating some of these dev kits.
Well, in fairness, Electron Ash says, I've never heard of anyone getting sued for using an unlicensed HDMI port. Well, it's to my understanding that the reason that a very popular television website, they no longer use the Leo Bodner
I don't know.
Testers because there was evidently some confusion as to whether or not that Leo Bodner device went through any sort of HDMI certification, allegedly.
I'd be shocked if that was the truth. And also, for the same reason, if you do get sued for something like that, it's usually part of the lawsuit that says you're not allowed to talk about it. So that's probably the other. That
Either
could
that
be
or
a very
people are
legitimate
settling
reason.
like outside of court too, you know.
So no one. The question really wasn't answered. Features of the initial HDMizer. I mean,
well, it's definitely going to support 480p, and then maybe other stuff as inputs.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out there and start spitting out features because you'll get burned. It's just
We
all
already
those
have.
people. Yeah, that's true. For years now.
Who burned? What are you talking about? What do you mean you got burned?
Do I need to
No,
get
not
up there?
burned. Spit out features. Like talk
Don't-
about what it could do.
Yeah, don't lock yourself down to
Crouch jump.
promises you make.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Don't-
Helong 108 says the retro tink is
You
pretty
do it,
limited. Get
Steve.
an OSSC or wait for the rectalizer. I mean, yeah,
That's
it
pretty
serves a
good.
purpose.
Can we steal that? The rectalizer?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Steve. I can't do it.
I still think you should actually call your test software Rectal Vision. I just think that's perfect. But yeah, Helong, it serves a very good purpose. I mean, it's the cheapest zero lag device out there now, and it's composite and S-video, which is not on the OSSC. So it's not the best scaler, but it was never trying to be. It was just trying to solve a problem. Which
Why
it does
can't you
well.
guys get up here? It's been 30 minutes.
Why are we supposed to get up there?
Why? Because this is the second latch. I mean, we got to come up here and we open this door.
All right.
I don't
There
know
are-
where you are.
Yeah, he's
Oh, for
up there.
God's
You gotta
sakes,
go up.
man.
You gotta go up, and you gotta crouch jump across up there. I have failed at it like 5 times. Electron Ash says he doesn't think they can enforce anything for using the HDMI connector itself as long as you don't use their logo. That's not true.
And how do you know
the
that's not
HDMI
true?
people?
Yeah, how do you know that's not true? I mean, seriously.
Well, HDMI could come after you if they wanted.
Is it just a matter of
So-
being too
so
small of a fish and it's just not worth it to...
What they don't want is people saying this is an HDMI device when they haven't gone through all the test procedures
We've got to switch.
to say that it is, and so it could work with everything else. Like they want this ecosystem that's like headache free, is
Come on.
what they want. And they don't want something being called HDMI when you plug it in and it has headaches.
That's right.
They also don't want these bootleg HDMI chips coming over and being sold to people who aren't licensees. So it's a longevity of product thing, right? Like they might cut off that supply at some point.
That's right. They might cut it off.
Yeah, and Zach, to answer your question, it's always the same with every company in a position like this, whether it's for, nefarious reasons or good reasons, in that they'll never bother spending what will absolutely cost them tens of thousands of dollars to sue a company so small that they would just close their doors and give up, because then all that's going to achieve is them just losing a lot of money for no reason. They're only going to go after and sue people that they think need to be shut down, which are probably like the companies selling those bootleg ass HDMI chips.
What do you think another option is? Suing somebody that they can make an example of, so
Gotta go down the ladder.
like they can.
That's always the case, but that's when you get into conspiracy theories, which are probably true. Like, I still think if that one testing thing did get shut down, it's because some company said, hey, this thing is making us look bad. Hey, my HDMI rep, we pay you $1 million a year because of all these products. Get off your fucking ass and do something about it.
The guy I play golf with said he wanted it shut down.
Yeah, I mean, that shit happens every day. That's not alien tinfoil hat conspiracy theories. That's just kind of the way the world works. So,
Shit, man, I gotta start playing golf.
Oh God.
Where did you guys go?
You're just not paying attention.
Did you guys
Jesus.
go back- Did you guys go back down the stairs?
You gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go down the stairs.
You gotta go, down the elevator.
Oh, okay.
Go. Here we go, boys. So,
Code
okay,
number.
now we can go back upstairs because we've got the code lock, the thing that we last opened together. So let's go back upstairs. Boys, when do you think? We're getting kind of late. It's getting kind of deep into the there you are in the 4K game. Do you think we'll be seeing any sort of companies coming out with 4K scalers? We got to go up. So get in the elevator.
I think first we're going to have a bunch of companies promise things that they don't do and annoy gamers that really want it, and then eventually something will come out.
Well, the GameCube stuff's over, Bob. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That's funny.
Peter Brown asked what we think Hyperkin
Upstairs.
will have at E3 this year.
Boost.
Could I go with who cares?
Yeah.
You know, the only, and I've said this before, and I know a lot of people don't like this, but the only reason that company really continues to thrive and exist is that you have a bunch of e-begging YouTubers who propagate their wares and their shitty videos because of whatever kickbacks or whatever sort of incentives that they're given. That's the only that it's not brick and mortar stores that carry that shitty company around. It's people who fiscally prosper from making those YouTube videos.
Are we
It's
supposed to go
unfortunately
back
people in this
upstairs?
community. Yeah, I'll hit the button.
Zach, you're
There.
only partially right about that. So
Oh, Jesus.
I would be
Hyperkin makes a
surprised
bunch of
though
other
if
shit.
the brick and mortar stores were really pushing a lot of those. Oh my God, what's
They're
going
not.
on here? Why is the music intense and stuff?
It's a fucking
I actually
boss
have
fight.
I have answers to all that stuff. Hyperkin makes a bunch of shit that's not
here.
shitty clone consoles. That's a big part of their revenue. And those YouTubers that try to shill stuff for money, Kesker soldering iron. Those people. Yes, they do cause a lot of sales, but I don't know. I think it's just enough to keep it going. And as far as the local game stores, the good ones, who knows what happens in a game store that sucks, but the good stores always talk about the alternatives, and very often people are just like, yeah, I'm gonna get the cheap one, fuck that. So it's really
jeez.
Hyperkin just catering to their their crowd of people that don't know better.
Where is
Which
the
is sad.
stupid
Like-
boss? I don't know where to go.
You want to go up and fight him? Here, I'll boost you up.
Shit, I've got grenades.
Only 2 people can fight this guy at once?
Yeah.
I'm
Unless
talking about,
we lure him down.
I killed him. Don't worry.
We can exit up the elevator.
Well, the stores like to carry like all solutions, right? So they
Right.
have all tiers covered.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I see it all the time at Brooklyn Video Games. The owner's a really good guy, and he always, he'll say, well, this is what you need if you want, like, a great experience. This is what'll just get you started. And he said, very often people go to the cheap one, but people also appreciate things like, you could start out with this cheap one, and if, you could always come back and get the other thing or figure out a trade-in or what else. So it's, he said a lot of people end up coming back because of that, because they try the cheap one and they're like, yeah, you're right. Let's see what else you got. But
Brooklyn Video Game Store owner is like the best video game store owner.
yeah, Steve's fucking awesome.
So not everyone's gonna be Steve.
True.
No, God, no. Most let's not say most, but a quantifiable amount of brick and mortar secondary market video game stores suck so bad.
Yeah, there was up by me. There were like 2 that were right next to each other, and one of them was just so dank and gross, and their prices were pretty terrible. They ended up going out of business and like selling all their inventory to the other one, which is like nice and clean and has. Oh
Yeah.
my God, we're
Welcome.
getting Century.
You're welcome, Firebrand. I'm glad you're getting good use out of that little $40 unit. I mean, I'll tell you, people don't believe that, but if you go down there right now, the 2 soldering stations that I have set up are the Kesters. That's all I use in the lab anymore. That's really true. I mean, they are excellent. Excellent.
Hey, Zach, Modern Vintage Gamer wants to know who the e-begging YouTubers are that you're talking about. Are you going to call anybody out by name?
Look, man, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get that I don't want to open up that can of worms. But you just do a Google search and you'll find, I don't know, plenty of hidden gems on that little deal. Okay? And that itself isn't really a cryptic answer. I'm just saying hidden gems because I think it's neat.
The only one that I'll defend, and I barely know the guy at all, but I get the very strong impression that John Hancock is just a happy guy that he just talks about things in a positive manner, and some people interpret that as he's shilling crappy clone consoles.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way he's cares that much about that junk.
Yeah,
For it to
I don't know.
matter.
I think he's just a happy guy trying to do his best. He doesn't certainly not trying to make money off of that. And that one company screwed him really bad, where they sent him the version with the arcade ROMs and then sold the lesser. I imagine that changed his opinion on things after a while, but
we've talked about this before in great length, and I don't know. I think this topic's pretty exhausted, but
Yeah.
we've exhausted the topic. But I absolutely do believe. Oh, okay. So we need to take this. We'll get back to that. We've got to complete the circuit, right? So we got to push this. This is a conducting box. This is going to conduct. So bring it this way. Bring it this way.
Yeah. Oh no, wrong direction.
Oh no no. But I do believe, and I think it's evident that a lot of these emulation things exist because of YouTube personalities.
The one thing I will say that drives me nuts, and I think that the reason it drives me so crazy is because it makes perfect sense, but there are a few YouTubers out there, and I'm sure the people in the chat are going to think I'm specifically talking about one, but there are a few that made a following talking about their opinions on things, which I'm all for. I don't give a shit what your opinion's about. If people like to hear it, great, go for it, do your thing. And then once you start trying to do YouTube full time, if that is your main source of income, you got to keep putting out videos or you don't get the income, because YouTube doesn't care about the quality of your videos. They just care how many hits they get, so how many ads they put up. So people start branching out into things they don't know about, which, you know what? We all get a pass. You're trying something new, whatever. That's fine. But the people that do that and then they get a bunch of hits, so bigger companies will then send them stuff to review, and they do a terrible job and they get everything wrong. And I'm sure that the nerds at that company are losing their minds, like, why would you send that device to this person? And then they have a bunch of followers that go out and buy it, so the marketing department goes, shut up, nerds, send them something else, they'll buy that one too.
Well, here's the deal. It's like I think maybe I have a different definition, or I understand the definition of YouTuber a little differently, or I define it a little differently. People say that I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. I have 60,000 subscribers, but I have like 30
You're a
I have like 30
YouTuber.
uploaders.
Turn around.
I'm really not. I have like 30 uploads. I upload nothing. And I don't
shy away from it. You're a shilling.
Yeah.
YouTube. Where is Steve? I don't know where Steve is.
I want to come to your house and
You're a house
Besides,
burning
this
down
topic
chiller.
is even more boring than this game. So.
Okay,
is
so
this you, Steve? Yeah. Okay. Gotta go up there.
Okay. Yep. Help him up. But
I could care less about the topic of what YouTubers do and don't promote. It's so boring.
it is really boring. But speaking of boring though, or speaking of YouTubers, that Radical Rick is pretty cool. I like to watch him. You guys know who Radical Rick is?
I don't. Who is that?
Oh my God, he's hilarious. A lot of the big YouTubers hate him because.
Steve, I think you need to stand up when somebody's on your
Yeah,
head.
I'm gonna jump and you stand.
I know, but if they don't jump, I can't stand.
Well, I'm trying that. Try it again. But Radical Rick is this guy who he absolutely shamelessly goes after people like why doesn't it let me lock onto that? People like
I think you have to crouch jump, right?
There we go. Yeah, you got to crouch jump. But he's just this guy, man, that goes after like YouTubers who e-bag all the time. And I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with I don't agree with Radical Rick on everything, certainly, but I think he's really funny.
I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, clearly I never have a problem standing up for myself. Anybody that follows me on Twitter knows that. But it's something different between standing up for yourself and going after people. The reason I get so annoyed about the YouTubers that, that think that they're now experts, but they really just are chills for the company, is that I very often end up having to deal with that from people that follow any of the work we do. And sometimes people are genuine, like, hey, I bought this thing that person said's great, but it's not doing, there are no electrons flying from space. And it's like, it's frustrating because I want to help people, but I don't have time to sit on and answer emails all day long. So it's very annoying. And I know that Zach gets the same thing with the zero lag SCART to HDMI adapters.
The emails that I get are truly remarkable.
You can't police misinformation that effectively.
Oh, jeez. You're going to shoot this thing? Thanks, Nick. Thanks a lot.
I think we should just spread our own misinformation.
You think we should just play Toon Run? Is that what you're saying?
Well, like what? Tell people they should be using component video.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's been working for years. Our own misinformation campaign.
You know,
Yeah.
for me just complaining about giving people the wrong info, I can't tell you how many times I've had people ask me like, "Hey, is there really something wrong with using component video?" I'm like, "No, I'm just kidding. God damn it. I should make it clearer that I'm kidding."
No, just you can't solve that problem either, Bob.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Man.
God, Mobius, Bob, can you tell me more about ROM carts? Dude, it's so funny you say that. And the reason the podcast was late today was because I woke up this morning and decided to edit out my rant about that. Because I went on a 5-minute rant about how they're cartridges that play ROMs. And people get so upset when I use that term, but it's not wrong.
Hold on. Wait a second. By people, Bob means two people that are brothers.
No, I get it very often in different places.
People
but it's
get upset
usually
over the term
one out of
ROM cart.
Yeah, some people prefer that I use flash cart, but that's not always accurate because sometimes the games are saved to RAM, not flash.
What's the logic behind not calling it ROM card?
OCD.
I thought it.
Like seriously, like what?
Well, theoretically, every cartridge, official cartridge, is a ROM cartridge. It's a cartridge that has a read-only memory module attached to it.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. It's not specific enough.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
not. I don't think that's what people's issue is.
Well, that's what it was in the comments that I read on YouTube. It was exactly what he said. That was precisely what he said.
No,
that every
I've gotten
cartridge
like
are ROM.
serious heartfelt emails from people asking me to please stop, and it's no. I mean, technically, if I called it an SD multi-cart, technically that might be a little bit more accurate. But you know, the Power Pack uses compact flash, and they're still just ROMs. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think, yeah, like flash card seems the most accurate, but
Okay.
a lot of people know what you mean when you say ROM card. And it's like the whole, you know how you say sync stripper all the time, and I always say sync separator.
Yes.
Because sync stripping and sync separating are two separate things,
Yeah,
but
what's
usually in the context when you say it, I know what you mean.
Right.
Right, because technically sync stripping would be like if you have an RGSB signal and you're just trying to clean up the green to be pure, right?
Yeah, like
Right.
I think the new G-Scarp does that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I
so
gotta
it
work
has-
on that one too, but
Oh, here's something interesting, and I wanted to talk about. So my Vizio, with another firmware update, is almost completely bricked the OSSC, even in 480p mode. And I was able to install a dejitter board on my NES RGB kit in the Famicom. And wouldn't you know that even with the dejitter module, the Vizio still has difficulty locking on the NES and the SNES.
Does it work on any resolution anymore, or they're all gone?
480p works a little bit better for the
I don't think we're
SNES
supposed to
and
go back
S.
this way, are we?
No, we're supposed to go this way. But all other systems still work just fine on any line mode. But we got to get up here. But the
Get up where? Where are you?
I'm over here. Come on. So just jump on my head and jump up there. But SNES and NES are totally broken.
Huh.
on the latest OSSC update?
Not, it's
Or
not
on your
the
TV,
OSSC,
your
it's
TV.
the-
Yeah, sorry. You know, I've actually traded a few friends some. I had a NES RGB with the dejitter board in, and I actually had two of them, one for me, one for Scott, and then traded people who are streamers for the one without it, because I don't think people seem to realize that this is a fix for the OSSC, because it doesn't have a frame buffer because it's supposed to be zero lag, and that's the signal it puts out, but. A few years from now, there's got to be another solution that fixes this. So for people that need it today, right now, and understand, yeah, it's a great solution. But for me, I just want to leave the signal as is and go from there. And in fact, the thing that I would like the most for future use is a raw digital one-to-one signal. So I'd love Kevin to go back and take the high-def NES and just spit out what the NES originally makes it in. And then that way future scalers can do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
I could not get over that railing.
Yeah, I think there's a no clip brush there, so I don't think we can.
Oh, it's to prevent us from going.
Yeah, I think what we got to do is is it's in this area. I think it might be in the cafeteria because there's that movable box.
Oh, we just got to move the box here.
I don't know where to move it.
Castlemania Ryan had a good point. Did Voultar buy one of the TVs from Bob's cheap 4K video to replace his POS one? That I don't think he did. No, and the TVs that I talked about in that video are all still working fine with the OSSC.
Yeah, I'll never buy a. Here we go. Okay, I'll never buy a. I mean, when I buy my next TV is going to cost. See, can we not leave? There's a reason we moved this. I'm going to buy a
Stuttering
Samsung.
Stanley over there is never going to buy another Vizio TV. That's what he meant.
Yeah, I'm never going to buy another Vizio. Period. Especially after their technical
I don't
support.
think you can take this
people.
out of here.
There's got to be a reason why it's manipulatable, though. You can manipulate it. There's got to be a reason for this. Is there a button in here?
Has anyone been up there?
No. Maybe we need to move it over there so we can do something. I don't know.
In above the cafeteria, I think.
Yeah, but I don't see anything up there.
Oh, anyway. Maybe
No.
break the cafeteria sign down.
So, I've got a lot of cool videos coming up, though, that I'm working on. If you guys are interested, I'll talk about what I'm planning on doing.
As long as you tell me where to go.
Okay, so I'm not going to do that, but I think we got to blow up a wall.
Start bombing walls like in Zelda.
Yeah, like it's like in Metroid, surface access.
Motorcycle asked if Voultar tried leaving his Vizio out in the sun.
That's a really, really, really good idea.
I like that.
Okay, Nick, that does. Oh, what about this back here? Oh, that just takes us to the same place, doesn't it? No, that doesn't work. God. Whoa, wait a minute. Hey, I figured something out.
Don't pee into the wind.
No, this is movable. So meet back to where the meet back to the area where Nick couldn't. There, I got it. Okay, now I bet we can get up there. Okay, boys.
Well, we could get up here
these
before.
guys
We
are
just
playing.
can't get to the.
No, you can now. Try it now, Nick.
I don't know if anybody can see it on the stream, but I've been I soldered up one of the Voultar SCART to BNC adapters because I want to use short adapters to have this be the input to my oscilloscope. So I tried to find 1 foot BNC cables, but they were all super expensive. So I bought a couple of like 3-footers, and I'm just going to cut them in half and solder them directly to it. Steve, of course, told me that that might be a bad idea, and I have to check to make sure it doesn't affect the measurements. But whatever,
Well, I
I'm
mean,
going to try.
for SD content, it's going to be fine.
I like to be thorough about this stuff, though, because I hate to measure something. Like, especially when I'm working with other people. If I measure something wrong and it wastes their time, I feel like a complete piece of shit. So I'd rather be thorough when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. Voultar, you make it a lot
my
easier.
God, we're gonna die.
Opening Famicom. No, we're not. I got this. Just cover me. What question for Voultar? Yeah, go ahead. See? Don't worry about it. Yeah, go ahead. I'll answer your question. Yeah, Famicom cartridge. It's an art. Breaking down a Famicom cartridge without doing any damage is a lost art, really.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice. You got to watch his video a couple times.
Is that the thing where you like basically put pressure on it until it pops open?
Yeah.
It's the manner in which you put pressure.
You're not gonna learn on their first try.
Did you guys see the email that went out from Adobe telling people if they're using the older versions, they could potentially get sued?
Are you serious? Are you freaking serious?
Yeah,
What?
let me get the direct quote from the email. We have recently discontinued certain older versions of Creative Cloud applications and as a result, under the terms of our agreement, you are no longer licensed to use them. Please be aware that should you continue to use the discontinued versions, you may be at risk of potential claims of infringement by third parties.
I hate
does
this
that mean-
this world of software as a service. I hate it so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, so that means if you were paying monthly, that doesn't matter because you've already gotten the newer version. You know, I don't want to say it's for free, but you're already upgraded. But I think that means back when Creative Cloud could be purchased as a whole, which was only 3 years ago, you could still do that.
Last time.
If you have one of those older versions that's now old versions that's discontinued, supposedly you can get sued for using it. Now I kind of interpreted that when they said third party. I kind of interpreted that as like it comes bundled with QuickTime. I don't know. I'm making that up, but something that they are no longer licensed. So I actually interpreted that as Adobe saying, it's discontinued. We have nothing to do with this anymore. If there's something in there that we don't have a license to, it's not our problem. But that's still frustrating.
Rocket launcher.
So this doesn't count for CS6 and like those before the cloud, right?
Like Photoshop 7.
Yeah, I'm sure 7 is still out there, but any of the Creative Suite that you could buy outright, I would imagine the first few versions are probably discontinued, which is fine. I'm not saying they should, support it for life, but yeah, that's basically what they're saying. So if you spend $1,000 on this 10 years ago, they're saying you could potentially be sued by third parties.
Is it because third parties wrote certain software or
that's
components?
my guess. They didn't go into detail, but that's my guess, is that it was a bundle or some kind of deal they made that's now expired. So my guess is that it's Adobe just saying, hey, dude, we have nothing to do with this anymore. Our license expired. That's discontinued. We're done. But that still means, so that's not Adobe suing you for using their product like the article tries to make you think. But the bottom line is you still have paid $1,000 for something that you supposedly have owned. But now there's some kind of question as to whether you should be using it or not. That's I don't like that.
Okay, that's great. So Killamods asks, hey Voultar, any Sega Master System or Genesis videos? It's interesting you ask that. I do intend to do a Sega RGB bypass with all the jail bar fixins from Model 1 pretty soon. But on top, second to that, what I'm working on right now is a pretty comprehensive Xbox video that I intend to do, which will be a TSOP tutorial. But more importantly, it's going to be a CPU, or maybe not CPU, but definitely a RAM upgrade video. I want to show you how to upgrade the quad flat packs and change those up in your original Xbox so that you can take advantage of some emulator perks, because a lot of emulators will take advantage of the additional memory.
How good are the emulators on there compared to something like a Raspberry Pi? It's a Pentium 3.
I mean, yeah, but they're very seasoned and they're very well tuned. Well, the problem with the Xbox and the problem with emulation on the Xbox isn't so much the processor; it's the memory, and you have to have all of that. You basically have to, with a lot, especially with stuff like the PlayStation, you only have so much RAM, so you have to write a lot of relocatable code to kind of buffer things in and to pull things out, and emulation suffers as a result of that. But if you upgrade the memory, you have a nice cache and store for all of that stuff. And it just runs so much smoother, especially for coin ops too. Coin ops and all those arcade games.
Yeah, I remember playing those on the Xbox.
They'll greatly benefit from from that bigger buffer of memory. Because if you don't have that memory, you have to swap files somewhere, right? So typically, it's constantly a struggle of getting things in the memory and getting things out of memory as fast as you can. And the emulation as a result kind of gets all kind of can go south on you. So
you gotta go swimming, boys.
All right, we're going down south. So I'm going to do a video. TSOP and soft modding, all that stuff's been done before, but we're going to do some other really cool stuff to an original Xbox that's pretty cool. So that's a video I really want to work on next week. I think I can do some pretty cool stuff that people would really like to see. But other than that,
So the Xbox thing though. So
Right.
I'm excited for your video. I fucking watch all of them, even if you weren't a soldering iron shilling YouTuber. But um, like the advice I give people when they talk about modding an Xbox for emulators is you have this console that has a library of awesome games on it. So if you want an Xbox to use that to play Xbox games, and if you want an emulation box, grab a cheap ass Raspberry Pi,
I
get one of
disagree.
those packages, and do that.
I
Why do
totally
you disagree?
disagree.
And I'm not busting balls. I really want to know the answer.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I disagree. Because the emulators and the software, they have been tuned perfectly for that hardware for the past 15 years. And even though it doesn't have the processing prowess of, say, a Raspberry Pi, what it does have is the finesse and polish of something that has been cared and nurtured for well over a decade. Jesus Christ, another boss?
Wait a minute. The Pentium 3 is still pretty powerful compared to the ARM processor in a Pi, isn't it?
I mean,
No,
sure
the
it is.
Raspberry Pi's processing power has been rated to be about the same as a like the top of the a Core 2 Duo Intel processor. It's about the same as your average Core 2
I-
Duo, supposedly.
I don't
Really?
think that's accurate at all. No, there's no
Well, I
way
don't know.
there's no way an embedded ARM is equivalent to a no way. There's no way to a Linfield or something. There's no way in hell. It might be more equivalent to a Prescott Pentium 4, but there's no way that an embedded
Oh, I thought
ARM,
it was definitely faster than that.
no, it's definitely not.
Huh.
It had what makes it run so well is it has a lot of good hardware on board, like H.264, and it does DC1, a lot of nice stuff. But a Coppermine Pentium 3 would probably fare a bit slower than a Raspberry, but a Raspberry is not a Pi is not going to exactly take off and leave like a high-end P3, especially when it comes to.
Well, isn't that like you said, those emulators are running more natively on the hardware. They're not going through like the Linux OS.
Right, so you don't have a hypervisor that you have to jam those things through, right? Those emulators are written with, I don't know, I guess those emulators for the most part are written with hacked up dev tools, or maybe some third parties.
So, yeah. Those XBE files, you couldn't download them. They were considered copyright infringing.
So,
but I remember those emulators running really well. That's the first time I played like a real emulator game, which is Final Fantasy V. I didn't want to play it on a PC, and I thought the Xbox was good enough to.
1 minute till detonation. Where are we going, boys?
Boys, where do we go? So, Bob, it's like this. You're talking about power and merit, really. So, what about a lot of people enjoy the Virtual Console on the Wii. And the Wii has like a 733 megahertz IBM.
That's a very good point, Zach. That is a very good point.
A clock for clock. I mean, up here. The Xbox probably fares a bit better.
Yeah, for what it is, the virtual, the emulation on the Wii, the Virtual Console, is pretty good, all things considered.
Just run past these guys. I mean, but the CPU on the Xbox is kind of interesting. I think it's a Coppermine. I think it's a hybrid between a Celeron and a Pentium 3. I don't know if it has the backside cache of a Pentium 3. I can't remember, but I was looking at it and I made it. I'm going to start the engines, boys. You didn't make it up here.
What engines?
You didn't climb up the thing. But yeah, Nick's here. Come on, Nick, get in.
I'm here.
Jesus, get in here. All right, start this thing up. But the Pentium the Pentium in the Xbox is pretty interesting. It's kind of proprietary, then it's kind of not. I think that we can jam a 1.4 megahertz P3 in there with a very simple little adapter board to translate a ball grid array CPU to a pin grid array CPU and change some signals around.
Wow, now I'm extra excited for the video.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. So yeah, It's like I said, it
sounds interesting.
It's a P3 without the cache with the seller on cache. It's been 20 years, okay? I knew it was something like.
Couple questions. I didn't want to interrupt. Aaron Welsh asked, "Is $800 a good price for a BVM 20 F1U?" It's so hard to answer questions like that because if that was one that's in great shape and well cared for, then yeah, sure. But if it's one like you'll typically see on eBay, that these auctions that kind of make it seem like you're getting a really mint BVM, but it's really just pulled off a pile somewhere and not tested. And to be honest, on the other side of things, if that was one that was recapped and calibrated, 800's too cheap. So if somebody's telling you they calibrated it and recapped it and they're only selling it for 800, then there's just something fishy. So I don't know. That's kind of a weird number for that. It's a great monitor. If the tube is mint and with low hours, then it might be worth it to you. But I personally would hold back. And I know these things are becoming harder to find, but that's starting to get a little, it's starting to push it.
I don't know, man. I appreciate the monitors. I like to service those monitors.
Yeah,
but there's never going to come a time. I do like to service them, but there's never going to be a time where I can justify spending nearly $1,000 on an aged 20-plus-year-old CRT tube. That's just not going to happen for me. It's not for me. It can be for you. It's in the toilet.
That's totally fine, because for something like that, for me, sitting down and being able to, when I actually have the free moment to play the games that I love, being able to look at it on a CRT first, and then second, the best CRT I've ever seen, that does mean a lot to me, and I am happy that I spent a lot of money on these things. So to each his own.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I don't down it. I don't dog it. It's just, oh shit, it's a movie. Hell yeah.
Also, Daniel Black, do you think the China OSSC is kind of okay, or are they just junk? So I don't think that they're junk. It's just the people that kind of took a very close look at them said that they weren't built as nicely as the other ones, and it's kind of a roll of the dice. So, for me personally, I'd much rather always support the retro gaming community and the people that are trying to use that money for more projects.
It's also not a straightforward question to answer because now there's like 30 companies selling them. See, like,
fair.
When you say the Chinese one, I mean, could be one of a bunch of them.
Hold on. Killamont says, Voultar, that info is too closely guarded. Someone will put a contract out on you for speaking on it. What the hell are you talking about? The BVM stuff? I don't know.
He was talking about Xbox.
Oh, okay. Well,
because people charge to this day. People will charge. You want to talk about something not being worth the extra money? People will still charge an insane amount of money for an Xbox with the mods that you just talked.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
To this day.
Modern Vintage Gamer's in here, and he's definitely the expert at that, but I'm 99.9% sure that they're still price gouging for that to this day.
For the RAM upgrade or the CPU upgrade? I'm just curious.
Everything. Both. Because
yeah, man, you got to rattle those cages.
Well, we're about to change that, boys. Yeah. That's all I can tell you. I mean, CPU upgrades and memory upgrades, here we come.
Yeah, they picked the wrong crowd to say that to, if anybody did. I've gotten a few nasty messages over the years about people that are like, I used to charge good money for this, and you're putting these guides up, and now you're killing my business. Yeah, well, you're a piece of shit. I don't feel bad at all. If you were really good at what you did, you'd brag about your work, show pictures of it, and people would look at it and go, yeah, I'm not doing that. Here's my money.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. You know what, motherfuckers? I will design the CPU translation apparatus, and I will release it for free so anybody can make it.
I love it.
I have zero interest in profiting off a 20-year-old Xbox. Now, a PC Engine, sure, but an Xbox, no. Because the Xbox is so community third-party supported. Not third-party. It's so community... It's so loved and supported by the community with all these free tools and all this free software. I would like anything that I do for it will be in the spirit of that. I made a little bit banging. I made a little bit banging apparatus that will allow you to, and I released this for free years ago. But it allows you to read the EEPROM off of the Xbox 1.0 to 1.5. So you could sys prep a hard drive without ever having to do any sort of hot swapping or anything like that. You could just read the hard drive key directly off the memory and thanks, Nick, you killed me. And you could just you were standing over the vent. You could just prep a hard disk.
Dude, that's a very handy tool. I didn't even know something like that existed, let alone you did it.
Yeah, I did that 25 years ago.
That's pretty awesome.
It was called the X. What was it called? It was called it was just called the Xbox Dumper, and it was just a little thing. It was just a little stupid serial thing that allowed you to bit bang. You could bit bang out the EEPROM, so you could extract the EEPROM key and the hard drive, because the hard disk on the original Xbox is locked and it's married to the board.
Mm-hmm.
So this little thing would just let you read and decipher that key, so you could just get any hard drive off the shelf, put it on your computer, prep it with the software and with the operating system without ever having to touch another Xbox or do any kind of weird mod.
That's awesome. That's some good shit right there.
You're going back in time. I think it's on Oshpark still.
Has anyone opened these jail bars yet?
Well, Steve's out, so he made it.
Yeah, I made it. I don't know how to open the rest. I don't know if you guys can. I think you got to go in the water and swim like I did.
All right, well, no, you can, because you can. I'm telling you, you can. You know what I'm saying?
Well, should I just keep going down this hallway then?
Give it a shot. Nick, I'm behind you. We got to beat the. I didn't even get a crowbar. Oh, here, Nick, above you. You can breathe in here. I don't have a crowbar, so I can't.
Yeah, I was just in here.
Oh, excuse me.
Electron Ash was talking about the 007 Agent Under Fire methods of exploiting.
Oh man, yeah. I'm so glad, Ash, you mentioned that, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. You can avoid all of that, all the soft mod exploits, all the hot swapping. You know what? I'll give that to you, Bob, and you can just put that on your website if people still want to do that. People still use those tools. But no, what I was going to say was, I was going to do another PlayStation 2 video, but there's this website, guys, and I want to warn you all. I don't know if you've ever been to richespsxparts.com. It is the biggest fucking scam of all time. I ordered some stuff from him. He took my money via PayPal. He never shipped anything to me. I emailed him countless times over the course of 10 days. He never responded. And I finally got PayPal involved. And this guy, he's operating a business, but I don't know if he's just being an asshole or what, but stay away from richespsxparts.com. Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
There's a bunch of crazy people like that. There's that one eBayer that was selling, I forgot what they're called, but they're clear PS2 cases. They're actually really nice looking. And I bought it because a buddy of mine asked me to buy it. So I bought it, paid via PayPal, and then 2 minutes later, the transaction was canceled, and then it was refunded on PayPal. And then I guess he must know who we are or something, and doesn't want to sell to me because it had ROMs and stuff on it. But whatever it was a bunch of people I knew tried to buy one from him, and a couple people got one. But anybody that was associated with retro gamers who have channels like this, their transaction was canceled and we were refunded. Crazy ass people out there.
You need a soft mod in order to flash TSOP, though, unless you install a chip. No, you don't. Not necessarily. If you, well, okay, yes, you do, but you can, so you open the Xbox and you have an EEPROM that has the information that you need. You can extract the hard disk key from the EEPROM, and then you've got your EEPROM key. You can take that to your PC, and then you can sysprep a whole Xbox drive without ever doing any sort of what you're calling a soft mod exploit. You can sysprep a hard drive on your PC, just without using Hexen or anything like that, and then you can take it from your PC and you can just shove it in your Xbox, and then you don't have to do any kind of soft mod. The mod is pulling the key off. In that case,
I have swum the depths of these tunnels so many times, and not one time have I come out the right place.
Unless I'm getting confused about something. Maybe I'm getting confused on that modern vintage gamer.
Zach, I need somebody to boost.
Where are you? Okay, I'm here. I'll boost you. Get up there. You do it.
I'm just gonna stop.
I mean, the whole reason you have to soft mod an Xbox is because, well, hold on a second. Let me do this. Oh my God. You got a crowbar that should break it. Padlock over here, Steve. Can you do it?
Mobius Strip Tech asked, what do I think about Ikegami TM20-20R monitors? I think those are the ones that supposedly go up to 1080i, but they're shadow masked, not aperture grill like the Trinitrons. And unfortunately, the only place I knew selling one was an eBayer that was selling junk monitors. People were getting them, and like weird things were happening, and they'd open them up, and caps would just be leaking all over the board. And when I emailed the seller like, hey, I'd like to buy one of these, but did you check the insides? Are they in good question? He only responded once, and he didn't even answer the question, and then it stopped responding to me at all. And he probably blocked me because I've been searching for them on eBay, and they're not even up there anymore. So it's sad that there's a bunch of scammers out there.
Yeah, it's sad. Electron Ash says it would just boot straight into Evox installer from the AUF save game thing. So yeah, you would do the save game exploit, and then it would boot into Evox, and then from Evox you could write to the hard disk. Well, the whole point of what I was talking about was you pull your hard disk key, and then you've got your hard disk key. Then you can take almost any hard drive off of your shelf. You can plug that hard disk into your computer, and you can load all of those operating system files that you need, and then you attach the key to the hard disk, and then you just slam the hard disk into the Xbox, and then other than some other prep stuff, you're done. I mean, that's the exploit. I mean, you've unlocked the disk, you've loaded the files, and then you've locked the disk back. So you don't have to do all those exploits. That's the whole point of grabbing those hard disk keys with a.
Stop healing me, damn it!
Dude, come here. You're almost there.
Otherwise, you have to do a soft mod or a hot swap on your Xbox.
Where are we going?
Just follow me.
You gotta do a hot. Yeah, you go ahead. I'm coming with you. You got to do a hot swap or a soft mod on the Xbox. Then you have to grab the keys, and then you have to save the keys, and you have to do You have to do it a more convoluted way.
I went the wrong way.
Yes, you did it the wrong way.
Go this way.
But of course, if you're going to do like a memory upgrade, you got to do some more. You got to do some more stuff. So you've got to flash a BIOS that will be compatible with 128 megs of memory for one thing. So you just can't drop you can't just drop. Maybe I kind of explained it wrong, but you just can't drop the hard disk in there and everything be totally ready. Is that tool still around? What was it called? XB Partitioner. So you could pad out your hard disk.
It's got to still be out there.
That's what I mean.
I did so many of those back in the day that it got to the point where I memorized where the points that you solder the BIOS are on every single motherboard revision. I could do one in under like 20 minutes easy. And I went, I mean, that was when it came out. I went to do that again last year, and I had forgotten everything. It was really fucking embarrassing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's just, the Xbox is just a really fun system, man.
You gotta go then, I think.
There's a door that was opening. Is there another switch? Yeah, what's that do?
Oh, this is.
Yeah, just keep holding that down.
Yeah, even with the HDD key, you still need to prep the hard disk. Right, you can prep the hard disk, but the point is if you have the keys, you can do all of that prep from a PC, not from an Xbox. Most of that prep, and then after you're done with your prep, you lock or marry that hard disk with the key that you extracted, and then you just pop it in your Xbox and you finish it off in there. Finish him. So that's why, for example, if you have an Xbox, let's say you're going on eBay and you're buying a used OG Xbox and you buy one, but the hard disk has failed. Oh, fuck, the hard disk has failed. How am I going to get the key off with a soft mod? You can't because the hard disk's bad. That's why you use something to extract the key from the EEPROM so you can do all the prep work for a new hard disk without ever having to have access to the old hard disk that's failed.
Steve, what about this ladder that's out here? No.
That's to climb out of the ooze, but I think there's another switch that opens this door, this secure access door. There you go. There you go. Okay. Now I could slide this block through it.
I don't think the PC can create the Xbox file system MBR. If you down, there is a CKD. There is a USB. It's been updated. It's a very old piece of software, but oh God, it's in the top. Xbox.
Hold on, there's one more block.
Xbox HDM, Xbox Hard Disk Manager. You can write that to a flash drive now, to a USB flash drive, and it'll support SATA, and I think it'll support USB now too. So you can do your shadow voluming. You can do all of the sys prep and build an Xbox hard disk with that piece of software that'll run from the computer in a Linux environment.
Did you press the switch to lower the door again?
No, I think it just did it on its own after a certain period of time.
Is there any way to open it a little bit more? Because I'm stuck.
No, Xbox HDM is not for the 360. That's for the that's a tool that's been around since 2000.
So you're not doing anything anymore.
It commits suicide?
Xbox HDM is also the tool that was used when people would not use a software exploit, but they would hot swap. So you would turn your Xbox on and you would wait for the Xbox splash screen, and then when you saw the splash screen, you'd quickly pull the IDE ribbon cable out of the drive because it would be unlocked at that point, and you'd quickly jam it into an IDE interface in your computer, and you would load Xbox HDM and Hard Disk Manager, and that's how you could build or rebuild a drive.
Nice. Yeah, it was closing.
Yep, you're welcome.
There we go.
I'm not an Xbox expert though. I'm really not. Now the modern vintage gamer guy, he's pretty damn good. So maybe he probably knows more about it than I do. Run out of ammo. You can have mine. Infinite ammo. Waiting for Yule Bowl to call me. We were on a Skype call 2 weeks ago about a Metal Gear Solid script. So. Hopefully I'll be the guy who can voice Snake. Damn it. Yeah, it's really old software, CKD, and it's recently been updated with SATA support and USB support. So rather than burning an ISO, you can just put it on a flash drive, reset your computer, and it loads. It loads. The hot load.
How do we get past the lasers?
I'll be up there in a second.
I don't know.
Anything we could push into it?
Oh, I know what I was going to ask. Bob, did you ever, Extrems found that pretty neat thing in the software development kit where a register wasn't set correctly, thereby affecting 480p video quality? Did anyone ever look into that anymore to see, if that was...
Somebody had patched it. Let me, I have notes on this because I've been waiting to do a write-up on it. So, hold on, just take 1 second.
Yeah, Bob, Jesus Christ.
Just run through it.
So, USB Loader GX was updated with that fix, and some people were finding...
Good, now you can help guide Zach because he has no idea how to get here. It's just...
No, I'm just trying to... No, I know totally how to get there. I was just trying to help these... I was just trying to talk to chat because it's really hard to concentrate on this and talk. So I'm coming. All over you. Okay. Oh, man, yeah, all that old software, though... Good stuff back in the day. But yeah, Xbox HDM, if you don't want to do a soft mod, you can just rip the key with the programmer. You can just rip the EEPROM directly off the hard disk, and then you just use Xbox HDM and do prep your hard disk, and then you're ready. You just put in your Xbox and you're ready to go.
So where's this third player that supposedly knows how to get here?
I'm coming all over you.
Are we abandoning the?
No, I'm coming. Just keep going. I'll be there with you.
No, I just meant this way of access.
I don't know what this does.
I did get a little confused, but I'm on my way. Okay, so here, that's the last sale. So if I go past this, okay, here I am.
Is only one of them opening though?
Oh God, I'm gonna die.
But yeah, I mean,
it is affecting a gate down there.
Is it the whole gate or just half of it?
I think just half of it.
There's another thing down there that you gotta hold down.
All right.
To get through, but I don't know. Like, we need a third person.
I'm coming. I'm there. I'm running. Where do I go? I'm coming through here. There you are. I'm right behind you. You want me to hold the valve?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll hold the valve. I thought about buying a PlayStation Classic if I can find one that's cheap.
I bought one for a buddy of mine that really wanted me to hack it, and
Nick, I'm gonna get this valve, so you go through.
All right.
Do I just need to keep holding this, Steve?
Yes.
Okay, I'll keep holding it.
Nick, are you almost able to get through?
I am through.
Okay.
I've got a Corona Xbox 360, and I've never RGH'd an Xbox before. I don't know if it's a Corona V1 or V2, but I bought all the stuff to do it. I don't know how to do it, though, so I'm going to have to read some tutorials on that. I don't know anything about the 360, really, other than some reballing stuff I used to do for it back in 1983.
There, open the gates, finally.
But you know what? Oh, okay, so here's the thing about the Xbox. The Xbox gets a lot of crap, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something right now. Do I need to go back, or do I need to go, where do we go?
You gotta come through this area now.
Okay. Oh, this sucks. Okay, so what I was going to say is, if it was on the PlayStation 2, God, no!
How do we blow up this?
I have no idea. I'm not convinced we have to go here yet.
Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I think we got to. I think I know what to do. Who's got a crowbar? We need to knock out the chain link. At the top. At the top. Has anyone got a crowbar?
Where do you get the crowbar?
I thought one of you guys had a crowbar earlier. I saw Nick with one.
There's a crowbar in like the initial tunnels.
I'm pretty sure we've got to knock out the chain.
There's a wrench thing here.
Okay, that'll work. Bring it over here. But no, if there was a game for the Xbox and the PlayStation 2, it was a for sure, you were going to win if you got it for the Xbox.
What do I need to knock out?
So, you need to go up here. You need to go up here. You need to jump up here.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to knock out the links. You need to knock out the chain link above the lasers. And you got to crawl through that.
Whoa. That just all totally broke. I guess you got to blow those things up, huh?
It's either that. I could have sworn we had to knock out the top of the chain link, but okay, so go ahead and hit it.
Who's got a gun? I don't have a gun.
I don't. Hit it with your. Hit it. Just sacrifice yourself to the gods. All right, good work. That did nothing.
Are we supposed to move that?
Yeah, someone's got to get up there and hit the chain link.
Is there a movable box now?
I'm telling you here. I stand on my head. Just jump on my head.
There's nothing to stand on to hit the chain link anymore, though. The box.
But if you stand on, try standing on.
I'm right behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna crouch. Okay, now I'm gonna crouch. I'm sorry. Tell me when you're on my head.
Okay,
and I'm gonna jump and you stand. You jump and I'll stand. Okay, I'm standing.
Can someone in the chat just make a mental note to take that audio clip? That's got to be something.
I think you need to jump.
Now crawl through, crouch, jump.
No, I still need height.
Okay, so you're saying that Nick's gonna have to jump on me?
No, I think you need to jump while I jump.
Okay. Good job, Steve.
I wasn't pressing forward at all.
Nick, just help me up here. I'll do it. I don't trust him. Just crouch, Nick. I never had Electron. I never had luck with the direct heat transfer stencils because the balls would always stick to kind of sort of the grating.
My balls always
I
stick, too.
hate when that
My
happens.
balls are sticking right now.
You gotta do the stand shift. Try to make it seem like you're not doing what you're
Yeah,
doing.
you just-
Sometimes you just give up and peel.
You're just
you know,
shuffling.
Ah!
it's
That was
anatomy.
awesome. Oh my god.
No, all my
Gnomes.
templates were apply the balls, flipper, carefully remove the stencil, and then quickly just flow over the balls to promote adhesion. Okay, so at least I don't have to go through the water. Okay, I'm coming right back. But there was the guy that was working on he was reverse engineering the original Xbox Live service, and he had a lot of things going, but then he got recruited by Microshaft and he stopped working on it, and that's a shame. I would love to be able to play a lot of those old games again that aren't System Link compatible but have Xbox Live support. Oh my God, the library of games I could enjoy again. Oh.
I would just like to give a random shout out to Luke from Console 5 right now, because I placed an order about a minute before this thing started, and I just got the shipping notification, so that'll be out in the mail tomorrow morning.
Dude, it's funny that you said that. It's funny that you said that, Bob. Steve got killed. I bought some stuff from Luke a week ago. It was like here 2 days later. I mean, I don't know if it's because it's me or what, we're friends, but he is so quick on that stuff.
Guys, I didn't even order anything, but it had already shipped.
It's already shipped.
Yeah, that guy really gives a shit about everything, about what he does, his work, about all of the stuff that we work on in the gaming community. So definitely huge shout out to Luke.
Yep, for sure. He really is one of the good ones.
Oh my God! All right.
Hold on. Right said, did you guys hear about RGA? I don't know who that is.
Retro Gaming Arts.
Oh fuck! Not that tool.
This is what I tried to tell you about the other day, and I wanted to talk to you about it, but I wanted to either do it offline or wait till we were live. Apparently, he said he got hired as an explosive technician just based on his video game mod picks. Now, obviously, it's that guy saying these things, so who knows if that's even true or not. But can you imagine if that
that's
fucking
even
dude...
true? I can guarantee you that is not true.
Yeah, don't you? I mean, pictures are one thing. Don't you have to have some real education and training to get into demolitions like that?
That sounds like a rumor that you hear on recess in school.
Like my uncle's also, he's also an engineer for Nintendo. I don't know. Maybe he is, and that's good for him. Someone's going to get owned.
And maybe Adam Korlick really can just play the fucking game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Let's just not even get into it.
Nick, next time you should wear goggles before you go into the acid.
Yeah, you drained the acid like right as I jumped onto the boxes.
Electron Ash said, "Badass consoles got hired as an explosive tech as well, but the bombs always go off before he gets there."
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh, that was brutal.
Poor guy. I wonder if he's doing okay. I mean, I really do. I know he doesn't like me very much, and that's fine, but
it's very rare I would wish ill will upon somebody, and I don't wish any ill will upon him. I wish that he'd find a way to get people their money back, but
I know him and his friends. They've said terrible things about me in that Discord. Most people stuff.
Obi-Wan
yeah, but it's just like
terrible things.
I hope that I really do hope he's doing all right.
He kill younglings?
Unspeakable.
No, he killed at younglings. It's a bar.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Bob, I was going to tell you I'm thinking 2 weeks on the GameCube module I'm working on.
Mobius said that that guy from Retro Gaming Arts did say that he got the job and quit doing mod work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, good. That's pretty much good for everybody then.
Did he get fired from doing mod work?
The last correspondence we had was so awkward because I was like, dude, I basically, He asked me out on a date, and I told him no, not at all. But that's how it felt when I was responding to his email. I was basically
no,
just like,
man.
look, man, you have a reputation. I don't want to get involved with any of this stuff. And well, what do you mean I have a reputation, dude? If you're in your 30s and you don't know how other people view you, you have way bigger issues than you should be talking to me about. So.
Oh, dude, Renee's here.
Renee, you're back. You can jump on.
Thank God he's saving.
You can take my place, Renee, if you want to just jump right in here.
We've got to get across.
That won't be super easy. I don't have his camera up or anything. Oh, I mean, I can put him in if he's there.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask you guys. You know, they were going to send me one, but I don't know if something happened or if they're still working on it. Insurrection.
Dreamcast HD Retrovision cable? I know, right?
No. Industrial Industries and the component or something. The component cable that they were working on, the analog version of their mod. Did they get that going, or did I miss it?
There were issues, but it was I believe it was semantics. So it wasn't, it was things where they didn't feel it was good enough to ship, but it wasn't performance related or anything like that. So the cable's working and everything, but nobody got sent one because they didn't want to send it out until Matt felt like it was perfect, which I respect that.
Last I saw, they were waiting on some samples of something.
I can respect that for sure. Yeah, I like those guys. They're good. They're good people.
Ditto.
Good people. At least they didn't take a big pre-order and never deliver.
Aww.
I don't know why you say that. I'm not being mean. I'm dead serious.
Speaking of that, they did take the pre-orders for the SCART to DVIs.
Okay.
This is my handmade one, and they're shipping, and they also have some in stock. So this thing has been such a giant, help for all the work that I do. It's not for everybody, and I never implied it would be. In fact, Zach.
I probably got to open that with one of these switches. Hold on a sec.
Okay. Yeah, I think you do.
Does that do it?
Yeah. That's it. Yep. I'm in.
Well, Bob, I already know mine's better, but that's not the point.
Well, I mean, if you do need two outputs,
you see me
fine, but
through
man,
the
I can't tell you how much that's just saved my butt for a lot of.
I probably need to let you through over here too, right?
There's some boxes in the way. Hang on.
I don't know where you guys are. I'm trying to find you. I'm going across the bridge here with the two valves. Okay, there's water. I'm going down in the water where it's leaking down. Is this the right? Am I in the right direction?
There's tons of bad guys here. I don't think I could take them out. Yeah. Turn that one more time. Okay. Yeah. I just leave it like that.
Okay. And then I should be able to come through. Oh no, that thing's closed.
No, hit that one. Yeah. Keep turning it. The other way. Keep going. No.
It's reversed itself.
Okay. Now come.
I got a wonderful Sega Game Gear video that's going to be coming down the pipeline eventually. Big thanks to the Real Phoenix in Canada, I believe. Is that who it was, Bob, that sent me the Game Gear controller to the Game Gear controller?
It might have been. It was Francis who did the original design of the Game Gear controller board. I'm not sure who made it and sent you one, but
I mean, it was him. It was that guy. But I'm pretty sure that's the Real Phoenix. I don't know. I'm sorry if I have that wrong, but
I think you do. The Real Phoenix is working on some other cool shit, but
mixed up. Oh no, the Real Phoenix is the guy who made the SDD1 and the SA1 boards.
Yes.
I'm going to do a video probably on making a SA1 version of Gradius.
Come here, you dumbass. What are you doing?
You don't go down here?
No.
Okay, I'm coming. All over your
This
mom.
way.
Oh, where are we going? Where are we going?
This
way? I thought I already been this way. Okay, you go down. Oh God, Jesus. Okay. Here we go. Oh no! Oh great, thanks a lot, Dick.
Oh God.
Is it Pixelmon? I'm sorry, Renee. I don't mean to get it mixed up. The Francis guy, yeah, I need to thank him. He sent that about 3 years ago. I'm going to finally use it.
That's about on schedule for your projects, though, Zach.
Well, at least I don't take people's money in advance. So at any rate, what we're going to do is we're just going to go down here, and we're going to try this one more time. Steve, I'm with you. Let's load up.
Yeah, it's Pixel Mod CA. That's
okay.
Francis.
All right. Sorry about that. Forgive me for getting that wrong. Yeah, I hate the Game Gear, but let's RGB mod it. Let's recap it. Let's fix it. Let's enjoy it. Said nobody ever.
Damn it.
Are you gonna put one of those new screens in it?
No, I said let's enjoy it. I'm just kidding.
I'm serious. That's like when I first tried the McWill screen. I put it in and I was like, all right. Well, actually, I think I had McWill make it for me. So I turned it on and I went, all right, cool. I'm taking pictures for the review. And then I sat there and I blinked and like an hour went by and I was just playing it. And I realized because I could actually see the screen, it was really enjoyable to play.
So what the hell do we do here, Nick?
God, it's got closed. We got to go through that tunnel.
I'm looking for a tunnel. What tunnel?
Over here, out.
Okay, do you want me to press the valve so you can go through it, or?
You can get through too.
Okay, I'm through. I made it.
All right, ready to die. Here we go.
What are we attacking? Oh shit, these guys?
I don't know how we can beat this. We don't have any weapons.
You gotta use charge up pipe.
There's a gun over here. I found a gun and some ammo. There's a gun in there in the corner of the room. There's a respawnable weapon.
So when are we Xing this stream?
I don't know.
Are we almost done with this sub level or no?
Yeah, I think when we beat these guys, that's the end.
All right.
I was looking at what I would really like to see is people were complaining about the Master System, some of them being having inherently low video, which I'm well aware of, and I've done several Master Systems with my video bypass, and I'm able to correct the low amplitude video with the bypass without doing anything really invasive other than just slapping the bypass in there. I'd really love to see a Master System that's outputting low. Steve's Master System especially was one of the Master Systems that have that funky encoder that outputs low video, and it looks beautiful now. So I don't know if it's being installed wrong or if there's just something I'm missing. If anyone knows of a Master System, I'd like to see this.
A few people that claimed that they had that issue switched out the resistors on their board for other ones, and that fixed the problem. Verified on a scope and everything. I'm trying to get you that info, but the friends that I knew that did that keep telling me they're going to get me the screen caps, and then never do. So sorry, Zach.
So you could either flip the switch or you could just change resistors. Is that the problem?
I don't know. They're changing the. Are you saying they're changing the attenuation network?
Yeah, on your board, and then verifying on a scope that they're getting about 700 millivolts on RGBS.
I don't think that's right.
No, I think you got to change the pull-up resistors on the output of the.
Can you heal me before we go in there?
Or you could just flip the switch on the
Heal
cable, and then that'll fix it.
Where are you going? You're going the wrong
hold
way.
on. I thought. What did you? I thought you wanted me to hit the valve. Is there another valve I had to hit?
Heal me.
Oh, heal you. No, I think though.
Thank you.
I want to see this because the deal is, get to the corner and get the gun. It's right there on the pet carrier.
I already said the best solution. Flip the switch on the cable. Done.
I want to get on this box. Maybe I can survive.
Roll Up in the chat asked, is the Genesis triple bypass from Video Game Perfection the same quality as the Insurrection Industries one? It should be. Matt tries really hard to use good manufacturers to get high quality products, as does Insurrection, although I don't think they came from the exact same manufacturer. I'd be confident in both. Those are, people I've worked with, especially Matt from Video Game Perfection. I've worked with him for like 6-7 years now, and he tries his best to make sure everything's as high quality as possible. So
we've almost got it. One more round and they're dead. Who is we? Oh, you said Matt, not we. Sorry.
He does always say we in his posts, and I always bust his balls for it.
Oh, no.
He's a
Stupid
good guy.
slime. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I would love to. Oh, also, if anybody has a clear, translucent PS2 Fat case, I'd really like to buy it from you. Rich's PSX parts ripped me off for $40, and I'm having to get that money back. So if anyone has one they'd like to sell, get with me.
I want to look up the seller that I bought that from too, because it was like smoke gray or something, right?
Yeah, the one I had was yeah, exactly.
Didn't somebody else buy that too?
Yeah, I don't want to drop a name though, because I just
Drop a name. God, just do it, man.
a friend of ours also tried to buy one, but I don't want to call anybody out because who knows what happened with that PayPal thing.
What's his first name? His first screen name.
What?
Screen name?
Sex.
Yeah, butt sex. Yeah, what's the problem with him?
I really want to try to find it now. I'm wondering if this guy is still selling. It's so weird that he would do that cancel auction stuff, because then you have, you have everything. You have the link to the thing. You have the PayPal account. It was removed from eBay.
Ooh, that pretty much tells you what's happened there.
Yep.
This is my arch nemesis. This stupid slime walk.
I'm coming. They should have virtually no health left. I cut them down pretty good. The Mister. So that's really interesting, and it's evolved just as I thought it would, and the community has really sort of cultivated a beautiful community around that thing. Renee doesn't agree, I don't think, but I think it's. I'm just kidding, Renee. I think that the Mister is doing really good things, and I think Joe Redifer did a really good video.
Except for the lag part. That was a very stupid mistake he shouldn't have made.
What lag? Oh, you're.
He showed the lag of his display and then said that the Mister has 2 to 2.5 frames of lag, and it's like, dude, wrong test. So stick to your sack, all right?
Yeah, I forgot about that. So yes, minor mistake.
So
but,
the sack is missing a 1 ball now, right?
Technically,
it's a 1
technically
ball sack.
You are correct, Nick. Technically, you're correct.
Was Joe left ball?
I'll heal you. I'll heal you. Just chill out.
Thank you.
Now heal me. I'll heal you. I don't trust you.
You have full health.
All right, so we got it. Now I think we gotta bust through here. You got a crowbar?
Get the gun? Oh, I see.
I think we gotta go through there. Bust out the concrete.
Were there videos typically like shot apart from each other than their like I don't know.
Firebrand. I have the same problem. I
don't know who does like the majority of the editing on them. Was it Joe anyway, or?
I think Dave really took a back seat for the past long time because he's got a family and he's predisposed with other things that are actually important. So I think it's pretty much all been Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure for the past while.
Well, I think Joe can carry it. It'll be good.
Oh, sure, yeah. I think he's all right. I think he'll do fine.
I haven't seen the Mister video yet.
I thought it was pretty good. God, no, I can't. What I'd like to have is, I don't know what I'd like to have in life. Oh, I know. I was going to ask Firebrand X if he would sell me one of those audio boards for the what's the thing that I have that I made the video circuit for? What's that thing called? Seriously.
God, Genesis?
No, the PC Engine thing.
The IFU RGB?
No, I made that, but what was it? The DS? No, the SSDS3.
SSDS3.
SDSS3, SDS3.
Yeah, I'd like to buy one of those if you have them.
SR388.
Which I got a lot of, that's one thing I will say. It was really nice. Yeah, just heal me while I take this thing down. It was really nice getting all those emails. A lot of people, evidently that thing really helped a lot of people. That was really nice to read about. So I'm glad that kind of worked out for everybody.
I want to send a shout out myself to Smoke Monster, who sent me a. It had to have been like a 40-pound UPS package filled
I'm dead.
with about, I think there's around 30 jars of different pipe tobaccos in there.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Jesus, this guy has a ton of life. Thank you. Yeah, but I was going to get some more ammo before we move on down. Yeah, the SSD S3, man, I designed that thing, and it floated around for a while, and I tweaked a thing or two, but good lord, what a mess that was. Okay, we need some explosives.
Are we at a place yet where I can suicide and get to a different point, so I don't have to deal with traversing this level?
I thought we were at the end.
I think we are at the end. We just got to blow up this wall. Oh, fucking A. Well, we're at the end now. I'm done. I'm not going through all that shit again. Oh, thank you, Firebrand. I really appreciate that. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it greatly. That's really nice of you. Very nice of you indeed.
Thank you, Firebrand X, for correcting my misinformation with my own information.
Oh, something else that's interesting. I was talking to Ace, and Ace and I are working on something pretty cool for the original Famicom. And he, the triple bypass and the Mega Amp, all that stuff is great, but he was showing me some stuff he was working on with the Model 2 Genesis 2. Or the Genesis Model 2, where he just switched some op amps and changed some feedback resistors and some passives on he just fixed up the audio circuit that's on the board without fully bypassing it. Oh my God, in Christ, Lady Jesus in heaven, it sounds so good. It sounds so awesome. And I'm looking forward to that coming around, like not doing a full bypass, but just fixing what's on the board. Man, he's done some amazing stuff without bypassing the entire audio circuit on the Genesis Model 2, VA1, I think, and VA2. Pretty cool. No one cares.
So we calling it, boys?
I guess because you guys suck. Oh, okay, now we can blow up the wall.
All right, you guys do that. Go for it.
All right.
What did it say?
Well, this has been riveting.
Well, I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a game stream, right? I mean...
Yeah. We'll do a regular one next time. I think we're scheduled tentatively for June 6th now.
Yes.
Barring any catastrophes and scheduling again.
Oh, he's here. Ace is here. Yeah, Ace did a... Yeah, I can't wait for some info to come out on that. I mean... I'd love to do a video on that, but I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. Ace is helping with the audio section. I'm redesigning. You can't see it, obviously. Well, maybe you can if I take it apart. No, I can't take this one apart. I don't think I have one that I can take apart in here, but at any rate, I'm redesigning the... you know what? Let me go over here and grab this one, actually. Let me grab it. Actually, I'll grab a couple of these. I'll show these off real quick, and then we can retire the stream. I'm
going to quit them.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, whatever. No one cares.
I mean, you can just leave it up for now. Yeah.
So this is the... I don't know if I can... Hold on. Yeah, that works. So this is the Famicom that I modded with... that's NES RGB modded, right? And you'll see that the pigtail coming out where the... See, I drilled out I drilled out the RF modulator, and I have this pigtail coming out with a Genesis female mini DIN 9, right? That's the audio, that's the AV connector, and I have two. The hardwired controllers are modded with NES controller leads, but I have two female NES female ports here, so I can use any kind of NES controller. And this is NES RGB modded once again. And you know what? Let's see, right there. That's a good shot. Right there's a really good shot. The eject lever works. That's so important. God damn it, Tim Worthleston. That's important. But at any rate, see, I had to do all this janky shit back here to make this work, right? With the Genesis pigtail and what have you. So what I've done is I've drafted out a replacement. RF board, which is also a power board, with nice sound power circuitry. In addition to where the RF modulator is, we're going to put a mini DIN 9 Genesis port, so you can just hook a Genesis cable right into the back of the Famicom without cutting anything. It's a no-cut mod. So maybe we'll talk about that later sometime. I know Nick wants to call this because he wants to do the podcast, yet he doesn't want to stay and hang around. So here we
I want to hang.
Here we are.
Oh.
For show and tell, I have that they upgraded the blueberry pomegranate kickstart from 12 ounce to 16 ounce, and it's the same price. That's all.
Yeah, it was always weird that they were selling those small cans at the same price as the big ones.
One of the stores here still has like the small cans next to the big cans and the same price sticker.
Yeah, they need to start marking those babies down.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
Do you guys believe in George Soros' psyops, or do you think that's just media propaganda?
It's always media propaganda. Everything is. Even the roundup.
Retro RGB weekly roundup.
Yeah, the weekly roundup
propaganda.
Hashtag fake retro news.
Yeah, Nick, Bob, how does it feel to be a conglomerate for the most failed thing ever done, ever?
Hey, man, don't talk shit about the HD Retrovision cables. They're perfectly good.
I don't know.
We should take have betting tables basically for which one of our 4 companies will fail first. I mean, we obviously know it's going to be Renee because he's basically given up on life, but I guess we should just the 3 of us. Who's gonna?
I bet on HD Retrovision.
Who's gonna call it after Renee gives up and
I don't know.
even further into the wilderness?
I'm putting in $100 on HD Retrovision.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to try to stick around for a little while, guys. I want to stick around, and do fun things. Can I show one thing? Can I show one more thing that's pretty cool? This isn't something that I did, but it's pretty cool. Bob, you'll like to see this.
Oh, I can't wait. Hold it up to that dime-sized fucking window that you have here in the stream. I can't wait to see what this is.
Well, there we go.
Okay, so check this out, Bob. I didn't make this. This is something that somebody else made, but it's pretty cool. So this is a copy of Link's Awakening DX. This is a bad copy. It doesn't work, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Japanese Game Boy games that I want to enjoy on real cartridges, right? So that is a TSOP 48 to whatever this footprint is. And this allows me to install the same memory modules that I use for the SNES 16-bitter. I can use these and make up to a 2 megabyte Game Boy game.
That is fucking awesome. You're right. I did like that.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. I wanted to show that to you. So,
I know what I'm about to say sounds dumb, but I own all the ROM carts for the systems that I own. I usually have original games, but when I want to play one of the really great ROM patches or something like Cave Story, I think it would be more fun to flash it to one cartridge and have that cartridge to play across different consoles. So I love stuff like this. I'll buy Renee's Genesis single carts and start playing them that way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Yeah, whatever, Bob. So at any rate, no one cares. I thought it was pretty cool.
Agreed.
All right,
except
boys.
for Nick. Nick, don't close this stream. We're having fun. Nick, don't you ruin it this time.
Let's kill it before people start killing themselves.
All right. Well, hopefully it'll start with you.
All right, I'll put down the cyanide capsule.
Hold on. Jose Cruz says, "Where are my 16-bitters, Voultar?" They're free, man. Make your own. They're on Oshpark with all the documentation.
Shit, I should have added that to the list of stuff I just ordered from JCL PCB. My bad, Jose.
Just make sure you do them in 0.6 millimeters, or preferably 0.4 millimeters if you can.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. Yep. The DIP EEPROM programmer, the DIP EEPROM module for the programmer is being redesigned right now, and I'm going to do a really cool video on it showing you how to program some 32 megabit UV proms. There you go. Okay, I'm done dancing. I'm done talking. I hate this. I hate this fucking podcast.
All right, boys.
Had a good one, though. I had fun. Sorry if it bored some people. I thought it would just be a fun change-up.
Yeah, we need to rethink how to get some game audio in there, because I'm sure like what we were hearing was not the same experience for everyone.
Yeah, but, for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. It was a good dry run. We'll get it better next time.
That's right.
But next time we'll actually do a real podcast where we talk about boring technical stuff.
Yeah, that's like Nick says, scheduled tentatively for June 6th. So.
All right. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Thanks, guys, for showing up. I had a great time. We'll catch you later.
Adios.
See you, everybody.
See you guys.
Hey.